I'm Lauren Russell and I'm a medium. There you go.
Welcome to the Cherrywood podcast. It's Simon here.
It's Rachel here.
Please like, share and subscribe. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Cherrywood podcast. You alright, Rach?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Good. Like, share, subscribe, all that old crap we say every time. We're with Lauren. Forgot your surname. What's it again?
Russell.
Lauren Russell. Okay, medium.
Yep. Psychic medium.
Psychic medium.
Yep.
Perfect. Right. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do? I'm talking to you, Loz.
Oh, me.
Are you going to do it like you want to do a reading at some point in this show? It's up to you if you feel.
I mean, if I get anything come through, then
Perfect.
I might possibly do that.
Perfect.
Yep.
Excellent. So we're going to talk to you a bit more, but first, because Rachel thought I'd forgotten and I hadn't, we're going to go to our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll talk to Lauren. Bang!
Today's sponsors are De Medici Associates, chartered structural and civil engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on demediciassociates.com.
Put your business in front of 30,000 new customers with the Hindsight Directory. This A5 full-colour magazine is delivered by Royal Mail to Maidstone, Gravesend, Medway and Bromley, with more areas to come. Visit hindsightdirectory.co.uk. Need stunning video or photography for your big day or even your business? Cherrywood Production delivers award-winning results with a personal touch. From weddings to promotional content, we turn your vision into reality. Visit cherrywoodpro.com today. Your memories, our passion.
And we're back. Thank you so much, sponsors. Without you, I'd still do it, but you wouldn't get any benefit from it. Right. Did you like the sponsors, Lauren?
I did like the sponsors.
What ones did you like? Call yourself a medium, eh?
A medium. I didn't see.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I don't see the sponsors. Sorry. my bad.
They don't come through as often.
No, not as much. Not as much. No, not as much as loved ones. They don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Right, okay, tell us about yourself from birth onwards.
Oh, from
or
birth.
do you want to tell us about when you first felt like you were speak? I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of really just come on in the last sort of 4 to 5 years, I would say. But when I was younger, I believed or thought that I had seen people or things out the corner of my eyes and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's kind of, it's progressed from the last sort of 4 or 5 years, really.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what did you do when you left school? That type of thing. What did you want to do? What did you want to do compared to what you did?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a dancer. Wanted to do dancing. Wanted to be on the theatre, on the stage. But when I left school, I did quite a few different things. Really, I went to work in a hairdresser's. I worked in a nursery. I never really knew, other than dancing and performing, what I wanted to do. But I always knew that I wanted to do something with people, really. So
Did you dance and perform local?
No, I used to do it down in Eltham. I used to live in Eltham.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've done quite a few different performances. I did one at the London Palladium. So, but yeah, I did.
Was it more? It was more the dancing rather than the theatrical side of it.
No, I love drama. I loved acting. I got A+ in acting. Really loved that. Yeah. Unfortunately, when I was 13, there was quite a traumatic incident that happened. So then I didn't want to perform. I didn't want to. I didn't like surprises. I didn't like being centre of attention. So that all stopped for me. Wow. That all kind of quite.
That's really weird. The first thing I was going to say to you is a lot of mediums have always had a traumatic experience, whether it be a bad upbringing or something happened that's really affected their life. Do you feel that this traumatic? You don't have to talk about it. You can if you want.
No, that's fine.
Do you feel that that's sort of what has brought this ability on?
Yeah, I mean, you saying obviously going back to childhood, there's been quite a few things through childhood. I mean, I'm happy to touch on a few certain things. So like narcissistical mother, a few other traumatic things that have happened kind of through my life. But you saying that's actually quite funny, because that's one of the things I was going to touch on today, is that psychic mediums, clairvoyants that I know of, that I've spoken to, we all seem to have something connected in common, and that seems to be trauma.
Yeah.
And I really feel that, you know, some people that go through trauma, when they then explore and kind of find themselves, we want to be able to give back to people. And I think that's where the gift comes in, is we then can give back to other people in another way. And that's especially why now I can do it. That's why I want to do it. For me, it's not for money or for anything like that. It's, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever been to...
I have.
Anyone.
And the person told me that she felt I had it as well.
Okay.
I've not really had anything traumatic happen to me, you know, in the past.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we can have something, even up till today, I'm realising there's certain things that I go, oh my God, I didn't know that was trauma.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, I didn't know that affected me when I was younger. But it does.
But I've had depression.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, a lot of people have got depression, or I myself have got bipolar.
Yeah, right.
So they can be...
Yeah.
You could have the most tiniest thing that you don't realise is, and a lot of people don't realise that they can connect. It's just how you apply yourself, really. It's if, you know, how far you're willing to go and stuff.
Yeah, I think what she said to me is that you're more clued up than you think you are. And then, yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, not intellectually, right? Don't panic. No, like I can tell what people are thinking more than anything.
And that's intuition.
Even when they're not with us, and I know a conversation we've had or how the day's been, I know what they're talking about when they're at home. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's done a few tests. She said, all right, Tess, what do you know about me? I said, well, I know you've got 2 boys, because when I walked in, I see you 2 boys. She said, anything else? I said, yeah, I think you've got an older daughter. She went, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But
it's weird. It's strange. You know, you can't explain it. It is weird. But maybe they were right. Maybe you have got something that you don't realise that you're capable of doing.
But you're quite it's not sceptical, but maybe you just don't open up to it.
I wouldn't say I was a believer. I need
barriers up.
I need solid evidence, which can never be found. You can't find the solid evidence, can you?
My husband used to think that as well. He's like, nah, you know, typical scaff, nah, that don't exist, nah, of course it doesn't. And after I started my business with my friend doing ghost hunting, and he came on them.
Oh my God, she does ghost hunting.
Yeah.
We wanted a ghost hunter on as well.
Oh,
I didn't even know you was a ghost hunter. So we have to put a tash on you and do another episode.
I'll come back as a ghost hunter. I'll do a bit of everything. I can dance, I can sing.
I would love to go on a ghost hunt with you, and we record it. I've got some night cameras.
I've got, honestly, some of the footage I've got is amazing. I can't think of. So you have to. It is for skeptics. It's one of them things. You have to go and you have to experience it yourself. You have to be in the environment, and see it and hear it and witness it to be a believer. You really do, because like I said, when I was younger, I thought I'd seen things, I thought I'd heard things, never really believed it. I thought, oh yeah, all right, you know, my dad would say to me, oh no, you were dreaming. Yeah. He's a massive skeptic, God love him, but he was, no, you dreamt it, no, it's not real, or somebody got to that medium before you did. Your cousin must have told them all about you. So, but you have to be there and see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Really.
See, the medium I saw, I am a skeptic. I want to believe, but I'm a skeptic, and like I say, I need evidence. So that medium I saw, I used a different phone number.
Yep.
I told her my name was Stephen, and I told her nothing about me. And I've got tattoos with names on, so I made sure they were all covered up, because I want to do a comedy sketch where there's... Sorry, I'm jumping now.
No, you carry on. That's how my brain works. I go backwards and
I want to do a comedy sketch where this woman is sitting opposite a table with this medium, and this medium's hitting the nail on the head every time. And then when she's interviewed, she's like, I can't believe how good it was. He just hit the nail on the head. And then the camera pans out, and she's got loads of tattoos on with all the information on it.
Like cue balls behind all the words on it.
The dates of birth and everything like that. You know, is it August 12th, you know, important? Yes, it is. It's my son's birthday. You know, it's all written on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to do a sketch like that, but it's pointless now because I've just told everyone. Where am I going with this? But she, like, I lost my dad, right, and something sort of happened, right, and my sisters believe everything, right, and that, you know, and I don't. I want to, but I don't, because it's, you know, the feathers stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? All that. One of my sisters believes in finding small 5 pennies, and if their heads and our Nana said yes, and if they're tails, our Nana said no, and she said you won't believe how often
that's actually really cute.
But has she made that up herself?
Yeah.
Or is she right? Okay.
She's like convinced.
She has important things happening in her life, and then all of a sudden there's a 5p, and it's either tails or heads, and she goes by the 5p. So I'm going to just leave shitloads, in her living room.
Just leave a handful and then go. There we go.
Oh my God, she said yes to everything.
Anyway, so I forgot where I was going with this. So yeah, I turned up, told her nothing. And I know it's 26 to 1, but she said I'm getting a guy through in his M. My dad was Michael. Okay. So I was like, oh, she's done right there. And there was a couple other things which I can share with you later. I want to do a sort of documentary on it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to talk about it too much. And you can be in that documentary.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Because Mary don't want to be in the documentary.
Yeah, I'm happy to do another one, yeah. I'll be in it, whatever.
I've never been to one, so I don't know much about this. Obviously, I've done a little bit of research, but I don't really know much about it because I've never had the experience of having that. So
I think it's hard sometimes as well because I think there is so much information out there. I mean, it's difficult because there is a lot of information, but then there isn't a lot of information. And I think sometimes when you go to the internet, a lot of the information that's on there is the bog standard.
Yeah.
It's what they believe mediums are or psychics are and stuff like that. I mean, you do get a lot of psychic mediums that are quite egotistical and everything's about money. And they'll just make up a load of shit. They will just make up a load of rubbish.
There's definitely the fraudsters.
Yeah,
there's definitely the fraudsters. Yeah. Like in America, they used to be mic'd in. They used to have an earpiece on and mic'd in.
Especially if you've got an audience of, let's say, 1,000 people, and you say, right, I'm getting someone's nan through, beginning with M. You know,
it's so vague.
20 people in that audience will go, oh, that's related to me. You know,
exactly.
It can be so vague like that. And then it's that one person that says, yep, that's me.
And then they roll with it.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, right, I'm thinking of this. And then they're saying no, and then they're saying yes. So they're just feeding off that person.
I love Clinton Baptiste. Do you know who Clinton Baptiste is? You ever watch Phoenix Nights?
Yes.
You know the bloke that's the medium in Phoenix Nights?
Yes.
He actually does a tour.
Oh, really?
Of that character.
Oh, wow.
Because that character's so funny, isn't it? And
wow.
He's like, do you have a name beginning with A? She goes, no, B, C, D, E.
Oh, brilliant.
He's so funny.
I'll
put you onto his Instagram.
Yeah.
He's taking a piss, but he's not taking a piss. It's just a funny act, and he uses it. And it's brilliant. I think he's in Maidstone soon. But,
oh, cool. Yeah. So you said, going back to you, because it's not all about you.
Because it's all about me at the moment.
I mean, I'm quite interested, to be fair.
No one else is.
No, I won't encourage you.
This is how it works, right?
Should we swap seats?
Rachel has a script.
I have the questions.
Rachel has a set script with questions for you, and then I just come in with bollocks.
Yeah, 100%.
Throughout the hour and a half or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty surprised that I'm doing this well. As I'm normally what you're doing. I'll just roll and I go backwards and forwards to different conversations, so that's fine.
I'll run out of stuff in a minute, and then you'll be fine.
And then you'll be like, go away.
Before we go any further, Eltham, are you a Charlton fan?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
My husband's from Charlton. He's still not a Charlton fan, though.
Oh.
So. He don't really like football.
Oh, fair enough. No. Well, I don't. That's why I'm a Charlton fan.
I know. Yeah. My uncle goes to Charlton all the time, actually.
Okay.
Oh, because he's the dog. Do you want me to say that? Sorry, you're the dog, you're the mascot.
I used to be.
The mascot.
10 years. Yeah, mascot.
Oh, what? Charlton? Oh, wow.
He used to be the dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
He used to beat people up.
Every time someone talks about Eltham or Woolwich or Greenwich, and I go, you're a Charlton fan.
Yeah, no. I'm originally Middle Park from in basically in Eltham, kind of outskirts of Eltham, but yeah.
Okay.
No Charlton.
So going back to you in your early childhood, you said you saw things and had weird experiences. As a child, did you recognise those as sort of spiritual, or did, like you said, your dad just sort of push them to the side and said,
I mean, when I was like little, say like primary school sort of age, I would I had a radio, the old school radios where you'd put the CD in the top, and old school, and I'd walk out the room and it would switch onto radio, and I'm sure, as you guys probably know, you have to click it over on the old CD players to click it over to radio.
I know where you're coming from,
and it would come on, and I think, oh, maybe I did that by accident. Or, you know, I'd convinced myself otherwise. I remember being at dance school once and there was this whole, you know, a bit like Bloody Mary. When you're children in the playground. If you knock on the cupboard 3 times, there will be a bang. The ghost knocks back. And I remember doing it with my friend and there was a knock back. Like, genuinely, there was a knock back. And I shit myself. But again, no, that wasn't real. And I have put that down to, you know, broom in the broom cupboard. Possibly. But I think my first main encounter, again, this is where my dad goes, you was asleep, was when my nan died. Right. So I remember, obviously, my nan died. I'd gone to the hospital to see her, I'd gone in, given her a kiss, goodbye, and whatever. Obviously, my mum was distraught because it was my mum's mum. So we all went back to my auntie's house.
Can I ask you what age you were at this point?
I want to say between 12 and 13.
Okay.
So obviously, like I said, when I was 13, some traumatic stuff happened. So I've kind of blocked out a lot. So for me, even now to this day, I'm still trying to piece things, like put them on a timeline. So I'd want to say between 12 and 13. But yeah, so she died. We all went back to my auntie's house. My auntie was in bed. My uncle was out. And I was in with my cousin in 2 separate beds. And all the lights were off. And I remember laying awake and I heard a noise outside. The bedroom door was shut and I heard a noise. And I looked up and she had an alarm clock right at the end of her bedroom on a chest of drawers. And I could see the time flashing on it. And I looked over, my cousin's asleep. So I've looked back up and I can see my nan. And the only way I can describe it is, it sounds really cliche, is Casper the ghost. I could see through her. I could see the hospital NHS gown and I could only see to her knees and it was all kind of blurry from knees down. Yeah. And I remember being absolutely terrified, so terrified. And I hid under the covers and then I felt the end of the bed go down, like almost like a cat's gone on it. And I remember just laying there going, please go away, please go away, please go away. And then I looked up and she was back over by the alarm clock at the end of the room. And then I remember I heard my uncle come in the front door and the landing light went on and she was gone. And that was my first big significant experience. And again, I still put that, well, was I dreaming? Was I not?
Was you sort of in between falling asleep?
No.
And was it dark in the room?
It was dark. It was completely dark in the room. Sorry, I keep touching this.
That's right. You're only bursting my eardrums every time.
Sorry. But yeah, so I'm quite animated, so I keep forget. Yeah.
Yes, fine.
But no, again, like I said, my dad was, are you sure you was asleep? You must have been asleep. And I know I wasn't because I remember looking over and saying, Sophie, are you awake? Nothing. Sophie, you awake? Nothing. So I know I was awake. And to remember my uncle coming in, who actually confirmed that he had come in the next day and turned the landing light on, and what the time was. So I know I wasn't asleep. But I think, again, I just kind of went, oh, my God, maybe I've just made that up. Maybe I really miss her. Maybe it's my imagination. And then I just kind of left it and that was it. Didn't think about it again. And then just kind of carried on.
How old were you?
Between, I'd say, 12 and 13.
Okay.
So, again, you know, I can see, like, from a skeptic's point of view, would go, yeah, it's very traumatic, isn't it? You're young, you've lost a grandparent. Not you necessarily, but other people could possibly say that.
Yeah. So, you know, there's it could have been other things, but I'm not going to disrespect you and say,
of course not.
No, that's bollocks, because I want there. At the end of the day, I want there. You were there.
Yeah.
And
did you ever tell your cousin who was sleeping in the bed next to you?
Yeah.
And what did
she believed me?
Right.
She believed me. And then a few years later, I can't exactly remember when, but I know it's a good few years later, I remember her having an experience in the same bedroom with my nan. And then I also remember my auntie, she had some experience as well with, I think it was to do with her clothes or something. I'm going back years, can't remember. But yeah, her having some same experience as well, seeing her as well. So then I knew it wasn't just me and I hadn't made it up. Wasn't losing my mind. So, yeah.
So was she looking over at you? Was she sort of trying to interact with you or anything? Do you remember that?
Yeah, so when I'd gone to see her in the hospital, obviously she was, you know, dead, passed over. So her face was one particular way. And then when I saw her, at first her face was how she was in the hospital, and then when I looked back up again after being under the covers, she was smiling at me.
Right.
So her face had definitely changed. So, yeah.
Wow. So when was your first experience, or when did you sort of get into being a medium then? When was that sort of...
Can I jump in? It, like, whether that happened or not, it's a good thing for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you see her like that, and then you see her happy and smiling.
Yeah.
So whether it was your brain just playing tricks on you or not, doesn't matter, does it? It might be just how your brains work or something. Yeah. Whether it was, it might have even been real.
Comfort for you.
Comfort, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you may carry on there, Rachel.
Thank you. So when did you first realise that you had these abilities to be able to communicate? I don't know how to put it. You obviously know how, what I'm talking about, but how...
Do you use certain methods that work better than others?
I don't really have any methods. I'm 3 years in now, so I'm still, again, learning. We're always learning all the time. Excuse me. No, I don't have any particular methods. However, so I moved up to Kent, end of, I think, was it 21, I believe? End of 2021. And my kids started a new school, and I got chatting to this woman, Jo. She's brilliant, and she was like, "Oh, we walked all the way home chatting." And she was like, "Oh, I love ghost hunting, and I go with this company." I was like, "Oh my god, I'd love to go on. I've always wanted to go on a ghost hunt, like just obsessed with it." And she was like, "Oh, you should come. We should go." And I was like, "Okay, fine." So I went home, told my husband. He was like, "Yeah, go for it." So I booked the tickets, and we went along. And we was doing standing in a circle in this big... I think we went to Whitstable Castle.
Oh, right.
I believe it was.
You didn't do Ouija boards and stuff, did you?
Well, they did, yeah. We like to call them spirit
As
balls.
much as I don't believe it, I still wouldn't do... Well, I wouldn't say I don't believe it.
It's funny how many people won't.
I still wouldn't do a Ouija board.
No, it's funny.
Just in case.
Just in case.
All right.
So, do you know, I have got a story. So when me and my husband, we met years ago, 2006, met in a hostel. And I remember being in his room once, and we'd pulled a drawer out, and on the bottom of it was somebody had drawn a board. And we was like, yeah, let's do it. So we was messing about. We was only 16, like just pissing about with it. And that was actually quite scary, just from giving me that memory, actually. I just remembered it. And
so did it start going? The glass started going?
Yeah, it started going. Yeah. So he was asking the question of, what flowers were laid at my friend's funeral, and it spelled out the flowers. And he was like, no, I'm out. Like, this is too creepy. There's nobody that would have known these things and stuff.
Was it just you two?
Yeah, it was just me and him. Me and him. And then I remember asking if I could go out and go to the toilet, and he was like, "No, I'll kill you." And I was like, "Oh my god, no. I think I might just wee here. I'm not leaving this room." And in the end, we just threw the drawer out the window, smashed the glass, and was done with it. But that's just unlocked that memory. But I do them now. But I will call them spirit boards. I don't.
Okay. Well, what's Ouija mean then?
I think Ouija is just a made up, it's a name that people have taken from movies and books, and people exactly the same thing. Oh yeah, I still wouldn't mess about with them, or I wouldn't do it. I think if you're doing it with good intention, protection, you're doing it with intention, protection, you're going in and you're knowing what you're doing. It's all about respect as well. A lot of people go in because of what they've seen on films and because what they've read in books and stuff like that. They go in and they mess about, and it is disrespectful. There are spirits on the other side that you are connecting with. There's spirits in the ethereal and you don't know who it is. You don't know who's going to come through.
And you truly believe?
Yeah, I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
So you're just touching the glass, aren't you?
Yeah, literally, just very, very lightly. Sometimes you've literally just got your fingernail on it. So
makes me have goosebumps, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see it in person.
I've got videos I could show you. But to see it in person, you can see it in person. I actually have a party piece, which I'm actually quite proud of. So I have a granddad that's passed, and he always comes through. He always comes through. Not a very nice person. and he likes to play tricks. So now he's my party piece. So when I've done investigations, he'll come through, and I've had the board spinning because he gets angry because I won't communicate with him. So he will, like, the boards go mad. And I've got all of them videos.
Oh, my God.
But obviously,
did you have some sort of history with him then?
Yeah. But, So,
Wow. So it was just you meeting this girl?
Yeah, so it was just me meeting her and going on a ghost hunt. And then I remember one of them saying to me, like, yeah, you're really open. You're really open. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I remember being there and, questions were being asked. And I was saying, I can feel so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'm getting this name. And they what I was getting coming through was being backed up on, say, like a voice recorder where we could hear a voice, or a board which was spelling out certain things.
And you don't hear it at the time until you played it back type thing?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, we do have spirit boxes where you can hear, it sort of works on frequencies, so you can hear certain words and stuff over it.
The light sensing ones as well?
The K2 meter, yeah. Right. I mean, so...
See, I love it all. I love watching it all.
It's fascinating. It really is. Yeah. But that's when I really realised that, hold on, actually, maybe all them things I'd think I'd seen years ago and I'd push to the back, all the things that I've heard, I actually have.
Yeah.
So, that's when I first realised that...
See, I've not seen a thing.
I think a lot, my husband was the same, and a lot of people you find that they go, yes, I want to believe, like you've said yourself, I want to believe, but I need to see it. And I think sometimes you put so much, I did it, you put so much pressure on, I have to see that. And you go into things thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to see a door swing open, or I'm going to hear banging, or I'm going to hear, you put so much expectation, nothing happens. And spirits are very clever. It's obviously, loved ones and whatever, but depending on where you're going and where you're ghost hunting, they're very clever.
See, I've had a few incidences because
you have, yeah.
My mum and dad's house that they live in now was built on an old hospital.
Okay.
And
they knocked it down first. It's not on the roof.
It's not on top of it. They're better on the walls.
Sorry to ruin your ghost story, Rach.
But it was weird because it was never... Like, me and my sister both had things happen to us, and it was never horrible. It was never done in a malicious way at all, and we never felt unsafe or anything like that. But, like, when I was in my room, similar story to you, I had, like, a flat CD player, and when it used to turn on initially, the light used to glow blue, and then obviously it used to change colours and stuff like that. And... I remember it was on, or I thought, I've got to turn that off because I went to bed. So I went and took the plug out, turned it all off. And then about 10 minutes later, the light flashed blue and it turned on again, even though it wasn't plugged into the wall. And then I told him and he went, yeah, but then there's power surges and blah, 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 that could happen. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. And then my sister was in her bedroom and she was doing some uni work and she was typing on the computer and she was like, right, I've got to save this. Mum's calling me down for dinner. She went downstairs for dinner. When she came back up, it was like someone had gone all over the keyboard.
Oh, wow.
And she said no one was in the house. It was literally her and my mum downstairs, and that was it. And she came up, she was like, oh, my God. And she just shut the laptop and was like,
I'll return to that later.
I'll sleep with the door open, that sort of thing. But, like, they've heard me. I've been to work before and I've gone out. And I've gone to work and then they phoned me and gone, mate, where are you? I'm like, I'm at work. And they went, oh, okay then. And when I got back, they said, I literally left, and about 10 minutes later, the front door opens, slams shut, keys drop on the stairs, and I stomp upstairs. And they're like, Rach, what's wrong? Something happened at work? Nothing. Yeah. All three of them were in the front room and hear this. And then they're like, Rach, shouting upstairs, call me, and I'm at work. And then they're like, oh, okay. Oh. And then just little things, and even little things here, like the TV, like when you push on an LED screen and it leaves that imprint.
Yeah.
And I've walked past our TV in the front room before and turned, and there's been like a 5-finger hand imprint on the screen, and then it disappears. And I tell like Simon, he's like, yeah, but
what if one of the kids was just,
Yeah, but I do have trouble with that one.
Yeah. See, and it was literally there, like five.
Because those kids were asleep, weren't they?
Yeah. It was literally me tidying up to go to bed, like shut everything off.
Polish the TV.
No, turn all the lights off.
I knew you was going to turn around and go, you mean you went like that?
Yeah. I pushed on the TV and they went, oh my God.
Oh my God, come and have a look. I think you saying that there's lots of people that experience little things like that, and you know, a lot of people go, oh yeah, but I can't put it down to that. Spirits work through frequencies and electronics. They really do. I remember going to a medium years ago and asking, and they saying that is how they work. They do, because it's easy for them to be able to do that sometimes. But again, we all just put it down to could have been that. You saying about, you know, the noises up the stairs and then thinking that you were home. I have that all the time in my house. Like my boys will be asleep and the bunk beds go, and I've had it where I've got up. I'm convinced I've heard my little one get up, go to the toilet. I've heard the bathroom light go on, and get back in bed and start crying. And I've gone up. Everyone's asleep. No one's out. I have it all the time.
See,
the time.
I've had noises like that, but I've always found the calls without doubt. Found the calls.
I have a coaster start there.
No, you're right.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Ouija
you see that,
coaster.
didn't you?
I did.
Spirit coaster.
Spirit coaster. Yeah.
Yes, get it right. So, do you find these spirits talk to you sometimes? Do you have to
All the
sort of
time.
say to them, please be quiet, I'm trying
All
to
the time.
sleep?
And all the time.
Is there a time when it drives you insane where they just don't stop?
Oh my God, supermarkets.
They love to go
Supermarkets
shopping with
all
you.
the
Do you know they got a tannoy? I'm not saying like customer number 5. Please.
I'm like, can you tell them to wait their turn? Thank you. No.
But I've noticed my right sock's inside out, and I've got to turn it round.
Oh God! No, they're like, we have a spirit on aisle 5. No, it's just the only way I can explain it is it's like, for example, obviously you've got kids, so it's like the telly's playing and you've got CBeebies on, because we all love that, and then the phone's ringing, and then you can hear Simon talking, and then I don't know, the door goes, and then say the dog's barking. It will be like that, and it's all at once, and there's so many of them talking all the time, trying to come through. Some are stronger than others. Some you know, you'll get the message from them because they are just kind of top trumps, and they're like, yeah, me.
Yeah.
But
Can you hear them rowing about, no, let me talk to her?
No.
Let me talk to her. Not like that.
no, not like that.
So
Not
it's
at all.
just, it reminds me a little bit of, have you ever seen Bruce Almighty, where he goes to answer the prayers and he's got everyone just in
Yes.
there at the moment, and he's just going, I can't, shh, please, just let me just concentrate.
Turns it
for
into
1 minute.
Post-its and it's all
Yeah. And that's how I imagine it.
That is like, that is exactly how it is. I mean, I describe it as how I just did for a lot of people, because they can, but obviously you've got a reference, which is great. But yeah, it is like that. A lot of the time, I'll put my hat on. So we have a term called an imaginary hat. So it's a protection. So you just put that on and it turns off. So I can kind of choose when I'm open, when I'm not open. So like for now, I'm not open. I've kind of put my hat on. I know I'm coming. I know I'm going to do the podcast with you. So I'm focused solely on this. I can turn it back on if I want. But sometimes I choose not to. Obviously, there are other times when it's louder than others, because I might be doing dinner, sorting the kids out, and I'm, you know, it's loud, it's busy, and I'm focused. But yeah, hospitals are a big one. I think not last year before, one of my boys was in hospital, and as soon as I pulled out that ambulance, I walked out and I just went, absolutely not, and just put my hat on. So you do have to kind of say pick and choose a little bit. Where how open you are all the time, and obviously it's a protection as well. Kind of, you have to protect yourself.
Yeah. See, I can hear voices. Right.
There we go.
No. Right. No. Let me finish.
We need to put him in a sane asylum. That's what he's saying.
They're saying killer. No, they're not.
Oh no, I've already started drinking my tea.
No,
I don't know
right.
which one he's talking about, though.
He wants to know where I can talk to him from the other side.
No, I can. If I lay down and really, really concentrate, I can make random sentences come into my head.
Yeah, that's Karen next door, though.
No. It could be anywhere.
I was going to say over the intercom, but that's really old.
I really wish you to.
Baby monitor.
I really wish you two would take this seriously.
I'm a bit of a skeptic, really, to be fair. I don't really know if I believe him.
But I can hear people. If I think about my mum who's still alive, I can hear her say a sentence to me. Do you see what I mean? My mind.
Because you've got those almost locked in.
I can I've got to be really, really concentrating. And if I'm really concentrating, it's really quiet. If I think of someone, a random sentence, which I don't think I've thought of, will come through. and I've as light as day feel I can hear them.
So
But they're not
like
necessarily dead as well.
So it's like a long-term memory unlocked. If you think of a person's name, and then you see that name, you go, okay, and then this is what they say.
You're almost like you're having a memory, but you're hearing the memory type.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know really. I mean, I wouldn't like to speculate really.
You can speculate.
I don't know. I've never heard anyone.
I'm not going to be offended.
And they're alive. I've not heard that. However, everyone has spirit guides. So it might be that you have a spirit guide that sounds similar to your mum. I don't know. I can't say that I've ever had that experience. Yeah. I'm not saying I disbelieve you because
no, I don't care if you don't believe me.
We all work completely differently. We all work completely differently.
I'm just saying that happens.
But it is very strange.
It is strange. It is strange.
So do you believe like spirit guides are people that you've known that have passed, or could they be random?
They're usually relations.
Well, so again, this is a bit of a myth. Again, a lot of people think your spirit guides are a loved one that's passed over. You have a few different types. I know of, because again, I'm still learning, I know of spirit guides and I know of ancestors. So an ancestor will be a loved one that's passed over, that is with you. They will come in and out of your life at different points. Okay. So obviously, like, for example, I have a granddad that I do love and I do like. He is on and off with me all the time. And I know when he's there because I can smell smoke. So I know, okay, granddad's here. So then it's my choice to go, right, okay, so I know he's here. He's here because, I don't know, feeling a bit low, or he seems to be with me when I'm on a bit of a wobbly, like, stressful day and stuff. So they're always in and out. Spirit guides, a lot of people believe that when you die, you go up to the ethereal. So
what's that?
So the ethereal is a space, I'd say between heaven,
departure lounge.
Yeah, basically, and it's just a place for you to go. You regroup, you get together with your spirit guides. So you might want to come back in your next life and go, I want to be a police officer. So it's you and your spirit guides will sit and you'll all discuss, right, that's what she wants to do. How are we going to get her there? And then you come back as whoever, and then that's your journey and whatever. So your spirit guides are chosen when you're reborn. And you can have one, you can have 5. Again, they will come and go, but you generally you have quite a few. And you can get new ones at different, if you had something traumatic happen to either one of you, you would then gain another spirit
specialist
guide.
One.
Yeah, massively, yeah.
I really wish that this stuff is real.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not, but I wish it is real.
Listen, I didn't believe in it. I was just going about my merry way. Again, like I said, through traumas that I've had throughout my life, I just was like, I got diagnosed with bipolar, and I thought, this is it. This is my life. I've just got to carry on. I didn't really know where I was going. I was just really lost. Obviously, I've got an amazing husband who's, saved me more times than I can count, who's really supportive. And then, I kind of started looking into spirituality and kind of going that way, and then that's when I started believing in it, because I'm thinking, hold on a minute, that clicks with that and that clicks with that, and then that's when I pieced it all start piecing it all together and thinking and learn. Again, I'm still learning, so I still I meditate. I met not long after I met Joe and I'd gone ghost hunting. I went on a ghost hunt with someone called Diane. I keep touching your bloody thing.
For anyone just listening,
it's me.
She's only touching my mic.
I'm touching this mic. My hands are up here.
I keep touching your thing. You're only human.
So I went on a few ghost hunts and I met this amazing lady called Diane, and she's been a psychic medium for years and years and years. She's absolutely amazing. And then she kind of took me under her wing and started training me. But I would shadow her on every event. I would shadow. So we call shadowing where you obviously just follow them closely, watching them and see how they work and stuff. And that's what I would do on every event. I'd just watch her and I'd see how she would communicate, not even just to spirits, but, just with real life people too. So I would take bits of that. And then so that's when I really got into it in the last 3 years, and I've really developed and I've worked. She's given me homework to go and do, and and it's still learning constantly, always learning.
So you can teach it almost?
Yes.
To anyone, or do you have to
anyone that's
see
willing.
something in them to sort of go, I can teach you?
That's quite a good question, actually. I think, again, going back to the trauma, I think I'm actually talking to one of my friends about trauma at the moment. She's a counsellor. And we're having these really in-depth conversations, and we're finding that people that have trauma are automatically drawn. You're like magnets to other people that have gone through trauma without even knowing it. It's like they give off this aura. Sorry, what was the question? I forgot. That's my menopause brain. I knew it was going to happen.
You're talking about trauma. I think...
We come back to trauma.
No, I think
I'll ask the question
people that
again.
have had trauma, it helps to have something like what you've got, or a religion. You find that people with trauma maybe become Christians or born-again Christians.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's something spiritual, regardless of what sort of spiritual it is, that helps them through the rest of their life.
Yep.
Yeah. It's something that sort of gets them through that traumatic experience, and they sort of, it's going to sound weird, but something to hold on to when everything else in their life
Something
is going
else
a bit
to
shitty.
believe in. Yeah.
And once again, I've tried that, but I was young. I was trying to go out with a girl. Well, I was going out with her, and she was a born again Christian. Her family were very, very Christian. What are you giving me looks like that for?
Because I'm thinking,
another
where is
girlfriend?
this? No, I'm thinking, where is this story?
Her name was Rachel. Hello,
I won't tell her her name. But
you don't listen. I don't think you listen to the podcast, but hello, Rach. She's still a mate. She's still a mate.
I'm thinking, where is this story going? That's where I'm thinking.
And, and I was sort of going out with her, but I couldn't go out with her because she was very religious and she didn't want her parents to know and all that. She'd had a traumatic upbringing as well. And yet I tried and tried to get some sort of message or something, but nothing.
I mean, everyone's is totally different. Like, I'm not religious really in any way. I personally, I believe in Mother Nature, and I believe in the universe, and I believe in everything's there for a reason, and fate, and again, that's what I've found in the last sort of 4 or 5 years. That's my path.
Sorry to jump in,
No,
because I'm really good at that.
No.
But do you see that? Could people be sat thinking their spirit guide is Jesus or God? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, no, some people do.
So it's just interpreted in a different way.
Some people do, exactly. And no, there's no one size fits all. There really isn't. No.
Yeah.
So what?
Sorry, you were talking about something else though.
No, I was just going to say, so when the first year I kind of got into it, I decided I wanted to wean myself off of my antidepressants. So that's what I started doing. And then obviously getting into the psychic side of it and the spiritual side, I realised I didn't actually need them. So that's what I was going to say, but that was all,
So with these messages that come through, do they direct them at people and you have to go and speak to these people, or is it more people come to you and then you have to... Have you ever had to say to someone, I'm so sorry, I'm not getting anything?
I've not so much I'm not getting anything, but I would get I've got like a little tiny bit. So I remember again, I'd done a couple of ghost hunts with Di and Joe, and I was on my way back from a cottage with my husband actually, and I went into a service station and there was standing in the subway, I was queuing, he was off somewhere else, and there was a lady in front of me, well 3 ladies actually, and I was like, I just got this lady come through, she kept going through, and I was like, I can't, this is so embarrassing, I'm not doing it, because I hadn't done it before, so I was like, oh my God, I'm so not doing that.
God, I so would do it every time.
But they shout, they come through, and it's like the more you ignore it, the louder they get, and I was like, okay, fine, so I just went, I'm really sorry, love, I've not had to do this before, and I sound like an absolute cuckoo. I said, but is your nan XYZ, and she was this age and blah, blah, and she was like, oh my God, and she literally turned to her friend and was like, and her friend's going, oh my God, and then she was like, oh my God, well, what is she saying? And I was like, I'm really sorry, I don't have anything else. She literally just wanted me to tell you her name, how old she was.
You've put petrol in a diesel.
Come on, love, sort it out. Oh no, there was no, there's something to do with her knee. She needed to go and get her knee checked out, and that was it. And she was like, is there anything else? And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, there isn't, there, no.
That's really weird. Right, when my dad died suddenly, right? And But, you know, he was still 76, 77, something like that. And my mum's got bad knees, right? And they were talking about maybe an operation. Mum was thinking about an operation. And all of a sudden, Alexa piped up randomly and said something about how knee operations have been going wrong lately or something like that.
Yeah, that is a bit bizarre.
And not to advise having a knee operation. Like, not straight away after the conversation, like it's heard something, but, you know, hour later.
Yeah, but that's Alexa, though. I don't ever trust Alexa.
Yeah, I don't.
Alexa, like, records all your conversations anyway, so she could have just been having a funny 5 minutes and then going...
I'll go then, shall I?
Yeah, thanks for that.
I'm being the sceptical one here.
Yeah. I think when I started my ghost hunting business with my friend, that's what we like to do quite a lot of the time, is we will always debunk it. Like, we never go in and we never turn around and we go, oh, it's that and that person said that. We will always debunk
That's
it.
the best way to be, I think.
Yeah, you have to. It's not like, we're not like, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you hear that? Like, oh, come on, please, have a day off. Like, seriously, I can't stand it. And I think that's where we get a lot of the rap from, is because there are, you know,
There are
shows
people who do it.
Yeah.
There are.
Imagine they must feel under pressure if nothing's happening. Like, they've got to give them their money's worth, you know, that type of thing. Have you ever been on ghost hunts where absolutely nothing's happened?
It's been absolutely dead. And there's one place I will never go back to. It's so boring and quiet.
Oh, right.
Is it the Cherrywood
I just said it's
podcast?
absolutely dead, didn't I?
Is it the Cherrywood podcast?
I'm going to call I've got to go. I'm sorry. I've got to descale the cat. So no, I've been on a few and it has been quite dead. Yeah, but really quiet. But then they were doing a lot of restoration work on it.
Right,
So
okay.
that can residual
And everyone
energies.
moves out. Everyone moves out.
Everyone's off. They're on their holidays around the corner in Haven.
So you did say there's this one place I never go back to. Do you not want to mention it? Just to
No,
say?
it's Slough Fort.
Slough Fort.
Slough Fort. I've done so many events at Slough Fort.
Is that in Slough? Slough Fort?
No, it's in All Hallows.
Oh, I know it. I didn't know it's called Slough
Is it still
Fort.
called Slough Fort? No, I'm.
I just used to grow up calling it the Fort.
Oh yeah, so it's Slough Fort. Yeah, I've done loads at Slough Fort. So that's where I kind of so there was me, my friend, her sister, and her mum. We about 2 years ago started our own ghost humping.
Ghost humping?
Oh, there's menopause
My
brain.
goodness.
Ghost humping. There's also
You
that.
ain't menopause brain.
I am. I had a hysterectomy last year.
Ah, right. That might have brought it on early.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can't put an age to you, actually. I think you're probably similar to Rachel's age.
I'm 36.
There you go.
She's 37.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just.
Oh,
Are you
no.
just?
No, she's well old.
A little bit older than me. Then.
She's older than me.
I'm not older than you. Shut up.
I'm older than my husband. Only by 10 months, though. Yeah, so... I forgot the question again.
Sorry.
There we go. What was it?
Ghost
Come on,
hunting.
we're gonna do it.
Slough.
Yeah.
Ghost hunting.
We talked about
Yeah,
Slough
so
Fort.
I'd started the ghost hunting company with my friend. And yeah, so we've done quite a few events there, and we've had events that have been really, really busy, and then we've had events that have been quite quiet. October was a really funny one. We did one on Halloween, actually, thinking it was going to be really active and really like awake like it was the year before, and it was so quiet.
Got a load of Harley Quinns coming
Like,
through.
it was quite. You get the regulars, you know. We like to call the regulars. The regular ghosts that are there that always come through. But yeah, no, it was quite quiet. And then I had another experience when I was there, and which was quite scary, which is the reason I will not go back.
Oh.
Go on. Tell us.
So there's a thing called trancing. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Only a dance.
No, it's not a dance. Although I do know that dance. So some mediums can trance where you can go into a state of complete relaxation and you can have spirits use your body.
Oh, right. Okay.
They can come in and use your body. And,
Whoopi Goldberg style.
yeah, basically.
Right, yeah.
I pulled a ghost. That's what I did. So we'd been going hunting all night, and then my back was really hurting because a lot of the times I will get like back pains or leg pains or something, and I know that there's something that wants to come through to me. Sometimes it's not that nice, so I kind of move along, please, and go away. With all respect, I've done it again.
Yeah.
And so it was right at the end of the night anyway, and all of a sudden I just blacked out. I'd just gone because my friend had said, "Are you all right?" And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I was just gone. And I don't remember anything really. I've got very vague. They've got it on video, but I've got very, very vague recollection of. I had her sitting on my legs, holding my legs down, and I had two people this side and one of them behind me trying to
pin you down.
Yeah, basically, because I was trying to kick her. I was trying to kick my friend, and my voice completely changed.
Right, sorry. So you're talking about living people holding you down and pinning you
living
down.
people,
okay.
yeah, sorry.
Right,
yeah, sorry, that's me. Living people holding me down because I was trying to physically get, and I was saying, fuck yeah, and I was screaming and shouting at her in this really deep, manly voice. And yeah, so they were trying to, get it out of me, get it off me and whatever. No, you do not have permission to use Lauren's body, go away. They even had the Palo Santo out. Like, it was really, she was saying to me...
Sorry, say that again. They didn't have what?
So Palo Santo, so it's a piece of wood, and it's like sage, and you light it and you burn it, and it's supposed to, dispel and get rid of
evil
right,
spirits.
cleanse, basically. So yeah, there was one point when she was in my ear and she was saying to me, that's the only thing I can remember hearing, is she was saying, remember your boys, you've got Charlie at home, and I was going to her, fuck them. Like, it was really awful.
Can I say something? Have you ever heard of, they're trying to rescue her in a way. Have you ever heard of anyone actually dying from that though? Do you see what I mean? What if they just left you? What would have happened?
I wouldn't be here.
Do you think that?
100%, I think that.
Yeah, but has that ever happened? Do you know of anything where that's ever happened before?
Not personally, but I do know of people that have thrown themselves out of windows because they haven't been themselves.
Yeah.
Whether some people go, oh, they're mentally ill or, whatever. But I have heard instances of that happening.
Yeah.
Or people being taken over or being used, or there's lots of different words we could use, and just going mad, and there are instances of it, and again, it's whether you want to believe it or not.
Yes.
But yeah, I genuinely do think that if I wasn't with the right people, and it's actually quite funny because Diane that I was with, who I call mum, so it's really weird for me to call her Diane, actually she's my adopted mum, she had just left. She had literally, and me and my friend Jo had been saying all night, there's something not right, there's something off, it just doesn't feel like it did when we came before. It feels off and quite dark.
Yeah.
And she literally walked out, and then I was taken over.
So she must have been your protection without you even realising.
But I think spirits as well can kind of jump. Like I said at the beginning, they're very clever. So if you have somebody that is, I don't know, more experienced or has been doing it longer or whatever, they can kind of jump. So say me and you, we're sitting here now, you've been doing it a lot longer. They'll come to you first.
Oh, right, okay.
And then if you're not picking up
then
or you're not getting it out, they'll come on to the next person.
Right, okay.
It's almost like they know, So I think that's what they did.
So are these spirits all in the departure lounge?
Yeah, basically. It's like Beetlejuice's waiting room.
Yeah.
They're all sitting there, ticket.
So
how...
they do move on. They can move.
They can move on. We can pass them on. If we've had.
Where are you moving them on to? If you're not a religious,
a higher place, or
I'm not asking you, Rachel. I'm asking the guest.
I'm the medium. I think we can swap. I don't know.
She's the medium. You're the rare.
No. I'll swap. I don't like that. It all depends. I mean, I'm not spiritual. My mum's spiritual. Diet is spiritual.
So you're not spiritual?
I'm not. I really am not. I don't. No, it's just not for me, personally. Like I said, I believe in Mother Nature and, all that hippie stuff.
You go up to the universe.
Yeah,
you get turned into stardust, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I like to be, I believe we are reincarnated. We come back. We live many lives.
I believe in reincarnation only because I think there's only a certain number of souls and they've got to be reused and a little bit like the Matrix where they reprogram them and then put them into someone else.
How about our son's head when we went up north?
Weird.
How old was he, 4?
Yeah, he was little, wasn't he? And he was in the car with my mum and dad.
He was up north, miles away.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember
Scarborough, yeah.
Was it Scarborough? Yeah.
And he was in the car with my mum and dad and they got out the car when we parked at this place and they went, you need to get your son away from us, he's freaking us out. And we were like, why? So they said, we literally turned into this car park and we were going to like a sea life centre or something, weren't we? And they said, my mum said to my dad, I've never been to Scarborough. And then my son pipes up and says, I was here, I've been here before. And I went, what, with mum and dad? He went, no. In a previous life, when I was
when I was a lot older.
A lot older. He said, I was called Ted though. I was still called Ted, but I was a lot older.
So he remembers
and I was
because he's young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept saying all these weird things. My mum and dad went, oh my God, okay.
Because so that's the thing. Children are really receptive to it. And when we're younger, we're told to express ourselves, and then the older we get, we're told to sit down and shut up. So we get closed off from it. But I don't disbelieve that your son, I genuinely believe that he knows that, and he's
really
still aware of that.
I really want
really
to believe it.
My friend Jo, her little boy, he's the same age as my little boy, so he's 6 now. But ever since I've known him, he's not stopped going on about a car crash that he had, and his mum and dad died, and he's had this whole past life. And I've sat and I've worked with him, and I've questioned, and he's told me what car it was. It was 1920s car, and he's described the car to me. He's described what he looked like.
Do you know whereabouts it was? You can look up this stuff. You know?
He was in America. He told me he was America. Now, he's never been there. He's never seen this place. He's not seen these cars, or what he told me what they were wearing.
Like, you've seen that stuff on Netflix, like World War II pilots?
Nothing.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, I have, yeah.
Like that World War II pilot where the kid says, I crashed in World War II.
I
crashed in the sea. I just missed the landing onto the boat and crashed just before.
Wow.
And then they find the plane.
Yeah.
No way.
They find the plane. Honestly, those and you obviously it could be bullshit. It could be bullshit, but
something else.
But I love it. I love watching that stuff.
Yeah. I do like that stuff. I've had an experience with that actually. A little while ago, there was something had happened. I can't talk about it, but an accident had happened and somebody had gone missing. And somebody had asked me, like, what are you getting? And they'd asked my mum as well, like, what are you getting? We hadn't spoken to each other. We both know the same person. She'd said what she'd got. I'd said what I'd got. I told them where this person was and X, Y, Z. And that's where they were found. That is where they were found. So I have had a similar...
Passed, died?
Passed and died, yeah. But I'd said from the very beginning that they had passed away. And it was discovered when they were discovered that is when they passed away.
Where's your mum live? Eltham still?
No. So this is my adopted mum. She lives up in Reading.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so she's all the way up there. But, yeah, I don't have any contact with my...
Oh, right, sorry.
Egg donor. I would call it the egg donor.
Right, okay.
So some of these messages that you get through must be quite emotional for you. How do you keep your emotions in check? Because obviously you don't.
I don't. You know, so I've got an event on the 31st of March at my friend's micro pub, and it's the first evening that I'm holding. It's fully booked, sold out.
Right, this is, just so you know, this is coming out just before. So if you want to plug it...
Okay, it's sold out. So
yeah, it's sold out. It's sold out now. We have got a waiting list for more.
Okay. Where again? Sorry, Dover.
No. So this is in New Eltham. It's in his micro pub, which is the Button Ball micro pub. But we are completely sold out for that. It's sold out in 3 days.
Wow.
So even I was like, oh my God, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's completely sold out. But so yeah, I'm doing my first evening. I've forgotten your question again. Emotions.
Yeah.
So that is one of my things where I'm going, oh my God, how am I going to control my emotions?
Yeah.
Because some of them are really, really emotional.
Do you get like children come through something?
Yeah. I've done ghost hunts and I've had children come through, and going back to the passing it on, we've just asked them to go and look for mummy, because these are children. This is residual energy from many, many moons ago. So they are... When you pass over, sometimes you say you died in the same house, but you will never be able to find your way back to that person in another room.
Right.
So you are stuck on loop. You can be, not everyone. You can be stuck on loop. So sometimes they are looking for their parents or in whatever way they died. So we can pass them on. We pass them on to their parents, basically.
And do you realise sort of when they were in existence?
Yeah, we will always work with them.
Do you know what stresses me out? When they say this kid is from the 1700s, definitely from this, and then you start talking to them with a modern dialect. which stresses me out. I'm like, talk to him in the wording that he would expect to bloody hear.
Yeah, I think a lot of I don't really like when I go ghost hunting. I don't like to use all the technology. I don't like the K2s, and I don't like the. I will just do it with raw emotion and feelings because I think that's the best. You get the best out of it.
Yeah, come on, kid that had a toy that was a stick and a ball.
Yeah,
will you use that radio for me?
Yeah, it's. A lot of people do it. I don't personally like to work with
iPhone.
it.
Here's my iPhone.
100%. Can you see the pretty lights? No, they can't. They want to stick. I do. Don't get me wrong. I've done it. I've been on ghost hunts and I've used the equipment.
Yeah, of course. No, I don't. I'm not got a problem with the equipment.
No, I agree with you.
But they don't know what that is. Go to the spirit box.
Yeah.
What's a spirit box?
Yeah, they don't know. Or, people I do know will say, like, can you see the pretty lights? You can go near the lights.
Which isn't
It will make the lights. It's
saying
not
that isn't that bad.
Yeah. Or, people will put down, they're called cat balls, but you'll put them down and they're the flashy ones.
Yes.
And they're censored. So they'll only go off when we have children, we might put them down.
I haven't got a problem with that either. It's them coming up with modern words and technology and expecting a ghost from 300 years
to
ago
use an iPad.
To understand what the hell they're talking about.
Thinking, what the hell's an iPad?
They're going to play Fortnite for me and we'll know that you're here. Got the win, victory, did you?
I only know you're really a kid if you get to level 12.
Yes. If you take the victory, we'll be happy. We'll know it's real. But it is difficult. We do get all sorts of, I get all sorts of people coming through, children, babies. It is difficult. And going back to my event, that's one of the things I keep saying to my husband. Oh my God, but what am I going to do if I cry?
I think that's good.
I'm there. I thought this though. I'm like, is it a good thing? Because I'm showing that it is real.
100%. I think it's good. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it. You've got my blessing. Pull your bollocks off.
Yeah.
So skepticism. There's a lot of skeptics out there. How do you handle those? And you must get so many comments and everything. How do you handle it? Is it like your onion layers?
And do you have a following, like an Insta following and things like that?
I'm on
where you're getting abuse or something.
No, I don't really get any abuse. Like I said, so I'm only at the end of year 3 of learning and going out there. Now is this year is where I'm putting myself out there.
Okay.
So my first event, I've got doing this podcast. Obviously, I have got people that are following me from coming on ghost hunts and doing events with me, and are always saying, "Oh, when are you going to do an event? When are you going to do something?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I'm not ready. I'm ready now." So I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I prefer. I hate technology anyway, really. I'm not really one of them people. Turn my phone off and be done with it.
I'll live stream you on ours if we go out for one, if you want.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Sounds
do that.
rude, didn't it?
I'll live stream.
I'll tell you what, I'd live stream
I'm just touching his mic. It's only the mic.
If I say, we'll live stream you, there you go. It sounds a bit nicer coming from me, but you have this rough voice.
Just so you know,
to live stream you, love.
Just so you know, ghosts from the 1600s, we're live streaming this.
Live streaming. If you'd like to be like and subscribe. If you can like and subscribe, guys, I know you're real. Oh look, they hit the button. No, there is a lot of skepticism. There is, skeptics and skepticism.
I don't even think that's a word, is it?
No, when she said it, I thought,
is a word.
Is it a word?
I don't know.
Skepticism is a word.
Get the phone out. Ask your phone.
Yeah.
I've got my phone on
I'm
me.
gonna
Ask Alexa. Alexa, if you're there.
Oh yeah.
We do have Alexa.
Oh, do you?
Alexa, is skepticism a word?
Yes, skepticism is a
Rachel
word in the
wins.
dictionary.
Absolutely.
It's usually defined as skeptical attitude or temper, doubt.
There you go. Thank you, Alexa. You may go to sleep now.
We're going to prove him wrong. I'm sorry.
Skepticism is a word.
Yeah, but whatever.
Are you going to say sorry now?
Sorry, Rachel.
I'm sorry. I think because I have people that have, a lot of people that know me have followed me on my journey. So I think I haven't really come across anything that's too bad at the minute. No one's really said anything. But I will play it down and I will just be like, well, have you experienced anything? Have you got anything concrete? Have you... but I think I'm one of them people I can just kind of smile and talk over it and just bullshit.
I know it sounds weird. If they're doing it via social media, every comment's a bonus to you. Yeah. Because every comment gets someone else to see it.
Yeah. I've seen so many comments where they're like, oh, they would have seen that coming if they were a real psychic.
We don't get many comments or abusive comments,
No.
really. But when you do get someone slag a guest off or say, okay, thank you so much for commenting, it really helps
Yeah,
towards the
you've
podcast.
boosted my likes. Yeah.
I say it helps towards the podcast.
Yeah, they're just keyboard warriors, aren't they? When doing it at home. They've got nothing better to do. Probably bored and just lonely.
The thing is, we get so many diverse people on. It's going to fit some people and it's not going to fit other people.
I'm going to have some people watching it. I'm going, what is she talking about?
Yeah, well, I'm one of them.
Exactly. I'm going to go home and he's going to be like, don't get it wrong. I'm not live streaming her.
Delete.
Weirdo. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
You are recording, right?
Yeah,
it's all recorded.
You were the one that pushed record, so, we can't always
Can you
trust
imagine
you.
if you hadn't?
I know. God, that's
Saw that
coming out of me.
I'm joking. You have to make jokes of it. Otherwise, you just let it.
It will affect your life otherwise.
Yeah, and I'm not. I've let a lot of things affect my whole life.
Yeah,
and I'm not there at that point anymore. So I'm just like, if I can't control it, it doesn't serve me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in my bubble with my babies, and that's it.
Do you ever go looking for people? Like, if you've lost someone, do you ever go looking for them, or do you have to have them come to you?
Do you have people saying, look, I'm missing, go and find my mum? Is that literally what you've asked?
No.
Okay.
If
say if I had somebody come to me and I would come and find you. Because I knew it was for you. Is that what you mean?
And have you ever gone searching for someone, like you've lost someone or someone who has passed, you've gone, I'm going to go and look for them? No.
And have you ever contacted the police saying, I'm getting someone through and
they need help?
Because my medium
no, sorry, I laughed then. I thought, is he joking?
No,
I've got someone coming through.
My medium has.
Oh, really? No, I haven't had that
about
yet.
3 or 4 times and been correct.
No, I haven't had that yet. There's still time. I never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to come through and what's going to happen, but I haven't had an experience like that yet, no.
We did ask you loads of questions.
Yeah,
No, it's fine. Going back to, I don't know how I've remembered it. Going back to finding somebody, I've not had to go and find anyone either, but I will have, say, for example, when I go and do my night on the 31st of March, I've already had names come through to me. So I'm knowing that when I go there's going to be 2 particular people by 2 particular names. So I know that I have a message for them. I don't know who that message is, who it is. I don't know what the message is yet, but I know that there is going to be somebody there. It's
right.
like
a voice has told you this, right, I'm going to be there that night.
So this one is more like a gut feeling.
Right, okay.
So I've got a gut feeling, okay, so there's going to be somebody there that I need to read for that night. And then closer to the time, so I've had it when I've gone on ghost hunts a week before, I've gone, like, so for example, I went and did a ghost hunt in the sweet shop in Rochester. I went as a business with my friends at this point. And they happened to go just before me.
What's Dry Street?
So they'd already gone because I had to do something else with my kids or something like that, and I couldn't go. And obviously, I'm the medium of the group, so they went, right, well, we're going to go and do it. I said, yeah, fantastic, go and do it. Da, 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 da. And then when they got back, I said, don't want to know anything. No, I said, when you go, all I want to know is who the boy is, whose name this is, and I can't, his age. I gave him a name and an age, and I said, there's a tall gentleman there with a long hat, and I explained it all down to the T. When she came back, she told me only the questions that I'd asked, and they were all correct. I'd got the little boy right, I got the name right, and I'd got the tall gentleman right. So then I went back a second time, and I got everything else that was right there. I had, there was 2 young girls that worked in there. I had them in tears, and then that I struggled with that as well. Yeah. So I was like, look, if you want to stop, we can start this personal. But yeah, I will know before I go to somewhere what I'm going in to as such. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Have you got, because you were going to ask another question, or can I ask my question?
Yeah, you can ask your question.
Okay.
Because they're probably more useful than what I'm going to say.
So ethics and protection, how do you because some of this is quite confidential, the people that you are talking to and the people that you are relaying the information to. Obviously, you have to keep it quite confidential between patients sometimes. But protection for yourself, how do you protect yourself as in spiritually so you don't, I know we've spoken about the hat before, but is there anything else that is a must for you?
I like to ground myself. I always ground myself before I go into anything that, just a simple meditation, asking my spirit guides to come in close to me, protect me. As you can probably see, I've got crystals of all sorts on I'm a practicing witch as well. I'm a nice one though.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not a horrible black bitch. Not like the
Start
wicked witch.
leaving
of the West.
carvings on our wood.
Oh, I did that before I knocked on the door. You don't even know. You wait till you go out there in the morning. Careful when you start the car up. No, I'm joking. I'm not, nothing like that. I've done that for years and years. Again, it's more of just like having its intention and stuff like that. But yeah, I wear a lot of crystals. I protect myself doing like sage and I just basically do that sort of stuff. There isn't really anything other than saging. If I go on an event, I'll sage myself at the front door before I go in. I've always got my crystals on me.
Why are you laughing?
And it's actually funny. The day that
I'm just such an idiot.
Why?
I sage myself. Like, what the hell?
I sage myself.
Yeah, I know.
I was like you burn it and
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's nothing kinky. It's just a simple sage bar.
How do you know me so well? You definitely are medium.
Well, that's why I feel so comfortable doing this. I was like, oh my God, don't swear, don't do anything. We're like, no,
you'll be fine.
I'm at the front door. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, just giving myself a sage.
Just saging myself.
Do you want to join in, babe?
Come right in.
He's like, oh, I would have done that for you.
we are sager.
But no, yeah, saging. I always make sure
I'd sage her.
Oh yeah. I always do it before I go in. I never ever take it in because obviously my kids are there. It's my home.
Yeah.
I have got spirits in my home, and that I know that are always there. My children are very open, especially my 13-year-old. He's extremely open, and we connect really well. We always pick up the same stuff. So, yeah, that's quite nice. But I never, ever take anything in.
How about at school? Does he have trouble at school? Does he mention it at school? Keep it to himself?
He keeps it to himself.
Did you teach him to do that?
Yeah, a bit of me and my mum and stuff like that. Yeah, so, yeah, we've taught him the remote, not remote.
There's a knock-in from somewhere.
Can you hear that?
Can you hear where the knock-in's from.
Can you hear that? I can't hear it. I'm not picking up on that. Yeah, sorry, I'm off track now.
Your son and protecting him at school.
Yeah, they all know how to protect themselves. They all know when the time's appropriate and when the time's not appropriate. He's really good at tarot cards, which is something I'm not very good at. I just can't seem to read them. But he's so good at it. He's really, really... But all my children, like I said, they're all open. They can all meditate. They all know their spirit guides. Yeah, so we are a bit
You've got 4, haven't you?
Yeah.
4 boys, isn't it?
4 boys. Yeah, all boys.
Wow.
Yes, all crazy little bunch, feral kids, but we love them. But yeah, going back to like confidentiality and stuff like that, I will always make a point of saying, if I'm getting anything come through to you and it's personal, you don't want to talk about it, we can go somewhere else. You can come to me at the end of the night. We can do it separately. Come to me, do a one-on-one. But yeah, I think a lot of times if you're doing when people are doing platform nights where there's lots of people that come kind of know what they're getting into. They know what they're kind of some expectation. So it doesn't really seem to be that people go, oh no. Although I have found that people don't want to put their hands up. Obviously, apart from the ghost hunting, we was also holding psychic nights when I did Russell and White's. And a lot of people would come to us in the intervals and go, oh, that really resonated with me, but I don't want to put my hand up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's usually their mates going, go on, you know that's about you.
Yeah, and we see that all the time, and they're like, no. And I've said to them, you have to put your hands up. It's our job isn't to... It isn't
humiliate them.
No, it's obviously we wouldn't want to embarrass them or anything like that, but our job as mediums is to go in and give you a message. It's your job to piece it together. So if I have Paul come through and he's 36 and he's died of a heart attack and he's your best friend or your uncle or whatever, if I say them things and they sit with you, you have to put your hand up because then otherwise it's just
the message is floating out there.
Have you thought about giving everyone? This is just me being an idiot.
Jesus Christ.
No, some sort of light, sensitive light that only comes on if there's a spirit. Ain't I good?
That is amazing.
So say everyone, if you want to be a part of this, hold one of these lights. You can try
because some people just go along for support.
You can try and make it come on if you want, but you shouldn't be able to. but it can come on
if spirits close.
You might get
that is a
Is there something out there that's got like a sensitive spirit light thing?
Yeah, so it's called a K2 meter.
Oh, right. Okay.
So a K2 meter will have, it goes from red to green, and it works on kinetic energy.
Right.
So if
copyright Cherrywood podcast.
you got in there quick, Jesus, I've not even left my seat yet.
See, she's already believing in God after that.
No. My husband always says that. Stop saying that. I'm like, oh God, stop it.
Go on. It's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a really good idea because so the K2 meter will go up and down, and it works on energy if there is a spirit around. Same with like the cat balls and stuff like that.
Can you make it go off?
No, you can. Don't get me wrong. If you put your phone next to it, it will go off. It works on frequencies. So any ghost hunts we do,
tell them turn it off.
Turn it off. I'll always say to them, put it on airplane mode, whatever.
That's going to be hard for live podcast.
Yeah, put it on airplane mode. No, obviously you can. Again, if you're doing so where you're filming it and it's live, you can say to the viewers or whatever, we have got this device on.
Yeah,
it could go off. However, here's the K2 meter. It's
miles away from the device.
Miles away, and you can even to debunk it. Show how close it's got.
So can you get a small version of those meters and give everyone one of them?
I don't see why you couldn't. Actually, that's a really good idea. So then, because a lot of people come along for moral support. They don't want the reading. They don't believe.
Yeah. So
that's a really good idea.
The people that
copyright
do, it would...
I think you'll find Cherrywood podcast, put their name on it.
Oh, damn. So it would...
You can use it as long as it's got Cherrywood podcast written on them.
I'm just trying to understand. So if you're holding this little device, a spirit would come up to you, and if it was related to you, you wouldn't then have to go, oh, that's about me. You would be able to tell in the audience, okay, I think it's there because the spirit's gone to you.
But she might not even say anything, and then all of a sudden one will go off.
Do you mean more of like, if you would like to participate, you can, if you want a K2 meter, and then the spirit could indicate.
Like the old
wristbands,
like a concert wristbands, you could probably get one like that, and they all put one on.
But what happens if
I don't think that's quite a good idea, to be fair. I've not thought about that.
What happens if the spirit is just going out into the audience? It's got nothing to do with this person.
You'll watch it go through the crowd.
You would.
It'd be wicked.
I think that would tie in with, obviously, yes, a light might be going off, but that might be the spirit for the person that's sitting next to them, not necessarily for that person.
So then you ask the spirit, stand by the person.
Yeah, by the person, but then that would tie in with what I'm saying. So that might be like, his name's Dave and he's 86. So he could go, oh my God, that is actually with me.
Yeah.
So it could work. It's not impossible. And I've never seen it done before. No. So if anyone else out there copyrights this, we know you came up with this first. Yeah. Because there are companies out there that will steal it.
So could you direct the spirit? If you say to him, go and set, like you've got a room of 100 people, you could say to him, right, okay, I know your name, go and stand by the person you want me to...
Go and stand with your loved one.
Yeah,
you could,
That's what I mean, see, that's where I've got it from, because surely they'd be by them, on their shoulder.
He's got the gift. Shut up. He's going to be there on the 31st of March giving out these K2 meters, aren't you?
I will.
At the front. Cherrywood. Anyone want a K2?
Yeah.
I won't give him the address.
Like drugs.
Damn, I told him the pub already.
Yeah, I want some K2 meters.
I've got this, I've got that. What do you want?
On a wristband or do you want the thing you hold?
I've got big ones, I've got small ones.
Like those scouts, as you walk up Wembley Way and you've got like T-shirts,
brownies and cookies.
K2 meters.
K2 meters outside, like K2 meters.
Yeah. Sage, got some sage?
Sage, you want sage yourself? What's that?
Are there any misconceptions you want to put to rest with regards to mediums and spirits and everything like that?
I think a big one for me, I don't know whether it's a misconception, however, I suppose it would be. So I think a lot of the time, going back to the comments and the negative feedback and stuff, all I ever see is, oh, well, if you was a spirit, a psychic, you'd know that. Oh, well, if you would have seen that coming, you would have seen that coming.
Don't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. Some people can. Some of them do. They can see into the future. They can predict premonitions and stuff. I've just started getting into like premonitions and stuff like that. So I know that it can be done.
I predicted that.
Yeah, he saw that one coming.
No, but I did. I've predicted a body being found.
What?
At work, remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't predict that, did you?
Yes. And I've got the most skeptic bloke who would back me up on that. Skeptic bloke.
Is that a word?
Skepticism bloke.
Skepticism. That's completely off this
You know
game.
my mate Gary.
I haven't really got an opinion on that.
You know my mate Gary, if he wanted to knock me down on something, he would.
Yeah.
Right, so I was at work, and I work on the Thames, and there's a tiny little beach there, like next to where I work. And I said to him, there's going to be a body there one day. And it wasn't me just a premonition. It was me thinking, it's a tiny little beach, and there's bound to be a body wash up on there.
Yeah.
2 years later, he was off. He was on a day off. And then I heard someone...
He was sending photos of it.
Yeah.
Look.
And I heard someone... I think I've mentioned this in the podcast before, actually, in a different way. And I heard someone go, there's some sort of mannequin on that beach bit down there.
Oh, God.
It wasn't. It was a dead body. A dead body on there. So I texted him. I said, told ya. He's like, what are you on about? I said, body down on the beach. He's like, you're joking.
No way.
That's just... I wouldn't say that was...
It's just high.
That's what's the word I'm looking for? An enthusiast.
No.
One day I will see a body. I will see a body there one day.
Just to prove the point, I killed the bloke.
Just popped him off. There we go. See, I told you. I saw that it was going
Things
to
I
happen.
do to win a bet. Eh?
I know. It's crazy.
That's just you. Like, I can say, right, I think next year they're going to grow rapeseed in that field. You know, it's just...
Oh, look,
you're,
shut up.
you're just thinking that could happen.
Yes, and I completely agree with you.
You haven't gone, I can
different.
see into the future and predict this.
100% agree with you.
You've just seen that little bit and gone, I actually think because of the
That's
way
the
the
way I
current
said it.
is and everything like that,
It's a catchment point for a dead body.
Yeah, that's not a prediction.
But it just so happens that the guy died there, fell in there.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't necessarily washed up. Well, that's what...
Oh, look.
We played back the CCTV footage.
Was it the geezer that told you that there wasn't going to be anyone in the water?
He was the geezer
You
at
pushed
fault.
in.
He's the geezer at fault up with those K2 things being on the wrist.
Ah. That's where he got the RDC. He had a premonition.
I
that
said,
that
you've got a
was
copyright on that. No.
No, off you go. I'm going to need that one day, mate. Oh,
I don't know why yet,
Yeah,
but...
I've got a feeling.
Someone's died here. We've got to show some respect. Like,
Yeah.
We didn't know him. It was just a guy. He looked like he'd gone for a walk. We don't know why, because you sort of have to climb down to this beach. But he may have just sat on the wall and had a funny turn and gone in.
Yeah.
We had no CCTV footage of him actually at the beach.
Yeah.
Nothing was on the beach.
Yeah.
All there is a road leading to it, and we just see this guy in the morning walk that way. Yeah. But they still, it was puffy and that. I don't know how deep I should be going, but when you're in water, you puff out.
You blow, don't you? Yeah.
But still, the poor paramedics have to try and resuscitate him.
Really? That's crazy.
They have to have a doctor to say
They have to
he's
see.
gone.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's really sad.
It's like a certificate of death almost that they have to say, no, he's actually...
Yeah, it was obvious, because he did look like a mannequin. He didn't look,
that's really
they
sad.
don't look real when they're like that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
shame.
Thank you for bringing this
Thank you.
podcast down.
Just bring it down, like calm voice.
I think I was saying something. Back. And the other one that I really hate. I really hate. I hate to use the word. Hate is a strong word, but misconceptions is when they say, "Oh, if they were good, they wouldn't charge you for it." Oh, it's all about the money. I agree. In some respects, I do agree. And like I said earlier on, for me, it's not about money. For me, it's about being able to give back. And the way I look at it is, I've been to mediums and I was in a shitty place. And the message that I got me through a day, a week, a month, a year. And that's why I want to do what I want to do, because I want to give back to people. I want to be able to get them through and just go, if that can get you through the rest of the night, or because you never know what anyone's going through. We never ever know anyone's situation. And I just it's the empath in me to be able to give back to people.
So how are you nerve-wise? Sorry. So you're going to have one of these things, you're going to stand in the middle with a load of people.
I'm absolutely bricking it.
Have you got... Is it the first time for you?
It will be my first night, like big night.
And have you planned sort of like what you're going to say at the very start?
No. Well, I have a little bit. I did the same this morning when I was getting myself ready and I was talking to myself.
What, for here?
Yeah. Well, what if they ask me this and what if they ask me that and how much do I go into and how much do I leave out?
You go into whatever you want.
Yeah, but obviously I've got
Saging
children
yourself.
at home, saging. But my oldest, he's got YouTube. He can watch what he wants. So I don't want to say too much like on the trauma stuff and kind of keeping it vague. And, there are people out there that don't deserve to know, you know, my stuff. They haven't earned that right. So, and it is
And
about
we're
protecting.
two of them people as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I see how I was greeted on the way in. No, I'm joking. It was a brilliant welcome. Absolutely brilliant. Best one I've ever had.
I got dressed straight after.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But yeah, it's I think
It's the way you
it is
signalled your
going
husband.
back.
It's all right. They're
Yeah,
idiots.
I'm fine. I'm
They're
fine.
normal.
Yeah, they're not on a witch hunt. I'm all right, babe. See you in a while. No, I think again, going back to my therapist friend that I said I was talking to the last couple of days. Trauma. The certain traumas that happen that make me not want to perform, not want to be centre of attention. And I think this will be the first event, other than dancing on the stage for hundreds of mums and dads, it will be the first time I'm doing something for myself and I'm not masking. I'm not faking a smile and pretending. And I'm like, shit, I've got to hold a room of 40 people. And it's all on me. There's not a spotlight where you can just, you know, when you're on stage, you can focus on the spot.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm nervous about it.
Do you know? It's going to sound weird. I was first. Do you know if you have a tick or anything that you do?
Yeah, I do. I do.
What is it? What do you do?
My nose. I do.
Oh,
all
you
the time.
give it a bit of a twitch.
You can't say you haven't noticed that.
No.
No.
Now you bring it up. I'm going to stare at it the rest of the podcast.
I was thinking, I was like, please don't do your nose.
Do you know
don't,
what?
and
I
blink.
can't get
but
past.
That's
If I'm honest, I can't get past your
My
earring
ear.
and the magnification it sort of does.
The magnification.
Yeah, look.
Oh,
I've got that.
And I'm staring through it and
I
saying,
keep
am I
wondering what
looking
he's looking at
am
me.
I looking at her neck or is it?
There is a hole there, and it's just
It's
the
through.
same.
It's
yeah,
through. But
yeah.
usually you get them where you can put your finger in, don't you?
Yeah.
But yours has sort of got like a lens.
Yeah, I
in
thought
it.
I'd
And
be
I'm like,
smart and put
And
a-
that's what I'm looking at, and then I see
I've
a
noticed
shadow.
out the corner of my eye that it keeps doing that. And I'm thinking,
And then
Stop
I'm seeing
staring at me.
but if you stay in that position, back a bit, then I can see the light going through the hole. And now I've confirmed it after about
Oh, right,
hour and
okay.
26.
thanks for that, because I thought, you know, well, have I got something on my face?
Yeah, it's just weird. I keep staring at my
Staring
neck.
at me. God, jeez.
Well, we are interviewing you, so we're meant to stare at you. But
Yeah, I mean, but
it's
not by
it's your
intending.
earring. That,
Right, my question was actually about mediums.
Oh, mine's about an earring.
So when you say, going back to the conversation, when you say you get nervous, do your spirits pick up on that? If that makes sense, they're still
They're
coming
just
through
like,
their-
hello.
Right.
Yeah, they're still very much trying to
So
communicate.
your nerves won't affect.
No, but I'm
ability to do
hoping. No, I'm hoping that this will be the first one.
Yeah.
That I just do it and I haven't got to worry about it. But I know, like I've done with you guys today, I've came in and I've just got on with it. So I know that when I'm in that place, it'll probably be absolutely fine. Like I said, I've run my own business with my friends. We've taken lots of strangers on ghost hunts that we've never even met, or met for the first time. And I'll just talk like this, and so I know it's something for me that I've got to overcome, relating back to things that I've experienced, and I think it'll be fine.
I think you'll be absolutely
I think
fine.
I've just got to get in.
I
I'm
think
not
you'll be
worried.
absolutely- Give it a minute in, you'll be where you are.
And I'll just make a joke, and I'm just going to say to him, like, you know, if I don't get a spirit, at least you'll have one
I'm not
tonight.
being
You're in
funny.
a pub.
If you stumble, like you can just blame on. Sorry,
Someone's coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
You
say.
can.
I'm just connecting.
But no, they're all quirky.
yeah,
But they're all
Really, my
quirky.
menopause brain's kicked in and it's completely black in there. I don't know what I'm doing.
You know, all mediums are quirky, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like Derek Okora.
I think it's Derek Okora.
Are you there,
yeah.
Sam? He's got a Sam, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Have you ever met him? Have you met
No.
famous people like that?
No.
He don't seem
Not
see
that
him anymore,
glamorous.
really, do you?
He died, didn't he? Did he die? Did he die?
I don't think he's dead. Alexa,
Oh, God.
is Derek Okora dead?
Derek Okora died on the 3rd of January 2020 in
He did?
Bristol, Lancashire, England.
He did, because my mum told me about it.
69.
I knew it.
Alexa,
I
stop.
never
Thank
knew
you.
that.
Yeah, he did die.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Tell him for us.
Yeah. Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace.
I don't know him.
I never knew he died.
I don't find him. No.
No.
Do you
Yeah, he
ever get people when you're reading for them, not reading them, but have these?
No, that's
spirits
what we
come
call it.
through
We call it reading, yeah.
Okay. When you're reading these people, do you ever get people that go nah and just completely blank it out?
Yeah.
Because I know it sounds weird, but I've had a similar situation like tarot cards, and my mum's friend did it to me when I was about 16, I think it was, and she just like put a load of cards down, read a few tarots. I went home and wrote it in a book, and I thought I lost the book, put it in a drawer. When I'd like moved out or we were doing something, I got it out and I read it. I thought, what the hell is this? Read it, and I I completely forgot about it. But then when I was reading it, it was literally like a tick list going through it, going, oh my God, this happened, this happened, this happened. She told me about this.
But was it vague, Rach? Was it like a natural progression in life? There's me being a right old skeptic here.
No. It was a lot to do with...
Was it you're going to find a really handsome guy?
You didn't manage to tick that one off?
No, I didn't. That was the only one that I questioned, the question mark, even now.
An old wizard across your
You're
path.
a wizard, Harry. A lot of that, what you just said. So when we give a reading to somebody, again, it's all part of it's not our job to kind of piece the puzzle together. When we ghost hunt, it's our job to piece the puzzle together. When we're reading for somebody, it's our job to give you the clues and you work it out. Sometimes, again, when we've hosted evenings for clairvoyance and we've watched them, they'll say things to people that have come through and they'll go, I can't take that. No, I can't take that. Not at all. That doesn't make sense. Don't know anyone by that name, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll always come back. They will always come back. It could be a week later. It could be a month later, a year later. And they go, oh, my God, that's happened. Yeah. And, oh, my God, I've worked out who that is. Right. So there is truth in it. It does happen.
I know what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But like when someone's experienced a death, your mind is now looking for those signs.
Yeah.
As a way of coping with the trauma.
Yeah, I agree.
A coping mechanism.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I'm not debunking you.
No.
I'm just saying your mind, you've put that thought into their mind.
Yep.
Now they're sort of unconsciously, subconsciously.
Unconsciously.
Unconsciously.
Subconsciously, yeah. I do that all the time. I'm glad it's not just me. Don't say it wrong.
Subconsciously looking for that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do that, and again, that's the skeptic side. And I think even sometimes I think, okay, well maybe because I thought that, am I going to bring that on? Am I looking for that? So I do agree with that. Again, I think it's just down to each person's individuality. I really do. Yeah, I do.
Okay. We're an hour and a half in. I'm talking for hours, and the podcast isn't limited to time. Okay. So
I do need to go to the toilet though. I could carry on. Sorry.
No, we'll take a quick break. You go and have a loo.
Yeah.
Go and have a loo, and then we come back.
Yeah.
Today's sponsors are
Bond Carpentry, where precision meets creativity.
From bespoke cupboards to second fix carpentry, garden houses, and even the Cherrywood podcast sign. Call 07738 732 931.
Bond Carpentry, licensed to drill.
This podcast has been brought to you by Snug Dubs Camper Van Hire.
Roam the world, park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk.
Never ever.
We're back from away. I don't want you all to start talking.
One way, sorry.
So we all had a way. We all needed a way. And Laura.
What? Sorry, I've been called worse.
An hour and a half in, you call her Laura now.
So I forgot his name at one point.
Lauren predicted it, that we all needed a way. So, yeah. And so we're back. I have a question for you.
Okay, fire away.
So, ghost hunting. Mm-hmm. What would someone experience? So what sort of package do you provide for them when on a ghost hunting event? Is it like a proper organised event for them?
Yeah,
with nibbles, food.
No, they just go
buffet spreads. I mean, you can have steak, medium rare, whatever you want. Yeah, we get a chef come in and provide.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and there's always a hot water on there as well.
I've got a feeling she's taking a piss.
No, I am taking it.
I've got a feeling she's taking a piss.
I am 100%. No, we don't provide anything. Right. You just sit in a dark room on your own with the feels. Oh, you don't really.
What's the feels?
The feels is just whatever comes to you.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, no, we always.
I thought you was talking straight.
We don't actually do them anymore.
Oh, what?
We don't do them anymore. So we were doing it all together as a company, and then obviously
What was the company called?
It was called Russell and White's.
Okay.
So originally we didn't actually start to do ghost hunts. We started to hold like markets and have fairs, so a little bit alternative, things like that really. So we would do that once a month, and then we started doing ghost hunts as well. We kind of found that when we started it, there was like one other company that we knew of, and then literally out of nowhere there was loads, and they were all doing the same places, and there's too much competition, and it's everyone's bad mouthing each other, and it's just like we didn't want to be part of that.
God.
So we came away from the ghost hunting and concentrating on like the markets and stuff like that. But I mean, if you want to do one, I'm up for doing one.
Let's do one.
I'd love to
I would
do one.
love to go and do another
I
one.
might
I haven't
shit
done one for so
myself
long.
or cry in the corner
I don't
somewhere.
think you should.
Fine, but
Personally, I don't think you should care about anyone.
I don't. I don't.
Because the bad mouthing ones are the ones that are scared.
Yeah, I think that's
Because they're doing
one
it
of,
wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, for me personally, I can't speak for the other. You know, I know them very well, but I can't speak from 100%. But I know for me, I wasn't really involved. I don't want to be involved in it. I know they weren't, but I'm not. I don't want the bitchiness and you did this and you were there before us and you've left it open and you've left something bad there and in it. No, I didn't. I went. They got what they got and I left. I go home to my kids like I'm done. So no, we just kind of stopped. We all agreed that it was just too much bitchiness, so we stopped. But I'm always up for a ghost hunt. Always open to. You got a place you want to go do? Let's go do it.
Oh God, I haven't got a plan. I haven't even thought about it like that.
No.
But I mean, if
To
you
your mum
think
and
of
dad's
someone,
house.
No, no, you need like a.
I've had people ask me to go and investigate their homes. Like they've had hauntings there and everything like that. Like really quite severely dark, and we've had to go and do that.
Do you watch Uncanny?
No, I've not heard of it.
What's wrong with you?
Uncanny.
Uncanny.
Oh, Uncanny. I thought you said Uncanny.
No.
I was like, hold on, I've just finished watching Uncanny.
Yeah.
Yes, love it. Absolutely love it. I was thinking, what's Uncanny? Is this like a medium? Something that I should know
It's
about?
like Anne Frank's ghost.
Oh, God, don't.
No, Uncanny. Love Uncanny.
Yeah, it's
Do you
brilliant.
listen to it as well, or do you just watch the
I've
TV?
just watched it on the
Oh,
telly.
you've got loads
Has
to
he
watch.
got a podcast?
Oh my god, he's got like 30 odd episodes.
Right,
my
so
God.
We listen to it at night. It's really weird.
Was it on like
it gets
Spotify?
to-
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
no, it's
really?
on.
BBC Sounds.
It's on BBC Sounds,
Yeah.
free
Okay.
app, BBC Sounds.
Yep.
I like the way we're selling other podcasts, but I'm not bothered because it's amazing.
It is
Yeah.
brilliant.
And also, I can put you a link on stuff that Danny Robbins did. Danny Robbins, with one B in it. Robbins did before Uncanny, which are other ghost stories.
Okay,
and that's
they're
on
really
Spotify.
good. Yeah, yes, please. I'd love that. Yeah, they're really good.
I definitely want to go to one of those.
Yeah.
Because do you look at that and think, because he's team skeptic or team believer. Are you more team skeptic or believer, or do you just?
I'm more believer. I've had things. I've seen things and heard things and had things happen to me that, like I said, one of them was the trancing. And my friend Jo, she keeps saying, "Oh, come on, let's go back and do stuff." I'm like, no. I'm not going back there. I am not going back there. If I hadn't have had them people with me, it would have been a very different story. And my husband knows me very well. And the fact that I was that frightened, it frightened me. And I will not go back. He knows that I wasn't making that up. The people that were there, again, were like, she changed. That was not her, like, at all. But no, I'm very much team
believer.
Okay.
team believer. I am.
What story stands out for you apart from that one? You got one that you can tell us?
Good, bad.
Ugly?
Hopefully not ugly.
I've done loads. Okay.
Also, would you take your hat off, or don't you want to take your hat off tonight?
That's a lot of pressure.
I know. She doesn't have to if you don't want to. I'm just asking.
No, I don't want to.
No, guys, fuck you.
No, okay.
That's fine.
The pressure is too much. No, I don't really know. I think for me tonight, it's more about to talk about it and
okay.
yeah.
But I can't let her come and not ask.
Yeah, not ask. He's wanted a medium one for ages.
Yeah.
It would be silly
The
not
fact
to
that
ask.
she's decided to disappoint me is another thing.
It's my prerogative.
So fuck you.
No, we'll do another one. We'll do another one at
Yeah,
some
we'll
point,
definitely
a
do
ghost
another
hunt
one.
or something.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've not really grounded or anything like that.
No,
I've just come
that's
in
fine.
and yeah, that's
That's
fine.
fine. I wasn't really expecting you to do one, but
It was, wasn't he?
It was.
I brought
It
my
so
board
was.
as well. It's in the car. Do you want me to get it? Oh, God.
well, your husband's gone home in the car, so no. God, I know more than you do.
Are you getting this?
I'm getting it vibes that your husband went home.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. There is another one. Again, I can't go into too much details, but there was an event I went on. We did True Crime Museum. And I think it's got, they've got lots of different artefacts, like the acid bath killer, and it's got...
And do you feel stuff comes out of the artefacts? Right.
Yeah, really quite strongly, a lot.
She was getting to that point. You've
ruined my story. I'm joking, you haven't. No, so it's actually quite funny. So I didn't pick up on any of the artefacts. I got things, but I didn't connect like others did. However, there was a particular lady there, and there was a certain story that I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything at all whatsoever. And I just didn't feel right. I couldn't place my finger on it, and I was getting all this information come through, and it wasn't relevant to any of the artifacts that were there. It wasn't relevant to any of the stories. And I went up to my mum at the time and I said, like, I'm getting this. And one of the ladies that was there, again, I can't, because it's very personal, I can't go into too much details. I know obviously the audience would rather I did, because then it would, believe me. But it's very personal. But she just broke down. She broke down, and what my friend that was there with me, she knows this person, and she confirmed everything. And we sat and we worked with her, and everything that we told her then became true from the back of it. So that one really stands out to me. Again, trancing in, I because I like to push myself, I actually got in the acid bath, like the acid bath killer's bath.
Was you allowed to do that stuff?
Yeah, you're allowed to do them things. Yeah, I think I want to say they had like.
And was it the real bath? The thing is,
I don't think it was, but they had other artefacts that were there that were.
I know it sounds stupid. I can't believe I just said that.
No,
but we've been to a friend's exhibition, and it wasn't the real stuff. No. It looked like
they have replicas there. Yeah,
like nearly all of it was good. I enjoyed it, but all of it was just a replica. Yeah, apart from a couple of scripts.
I think they had Bonnie and Clyde's replica car and stuff like that. Like
Ford.
It's not all of it was real. So I don't think it wasn't all real, but because I think it's intention.
Yeah.
Because of sometimes the intention of what it is or what the artifact it can bring it all through. And I've got all video evidence of it. Everything I do, I try and video evidence, because people go, "Oh no, you're just making it up." But it took for my friend Joe and my husband to pull me out. Even you can hear him on the video saying, "If you don't get her out of that in a minute."
What, the bath?
No, out of the trance, because I tranced in it. Yeah. So if you don't get her out of that in a minute, I'm going to take her out, whether you can bring her out of the trance or not. I'm going in to get her. So there's been lots of different things. I've heard lots of doors slamming and little things. And in my house all the time, I hear the stairs. There's always someone on my stairs, always walking up and down. Convinced, or we'll be lying in bed.
Did your husband hear that as well?
Yeah, he's got really open, really open. Yeah.
You're in a detached, semi-detached?
We're in a mid-terraced. Is it a mid-terraced? My brain's gone. Middle. 2 houses stuck either side. There's three floors. So we're top floor.
Are you sure you're not hearing next door stairs?
No, because when we've sat and we've done this, their stairs we will hear on the other side of the house. So although you can hear it, but you'll only hear it when the telly's not on or when it's dead quiet. But you can hear them. You can hear the difference, and it will be my stairs. It will be to the point where I'm like, oh, one of the kids is up again, babe. But
why didn't you put those squeaky chickens on every?
That's a really good idea. Copyright, Lauren.
Squeakychicken.com.
Oh, that doesn't sound great, does it?
Squeakychicken.com. Okay. Brilliant. But I'm at the stage now where...
Are you fully satisfied?
Well, no. I don't know if you two want to...
I'm not touching this mic.
We've got questions.
Oh, okay.
So we usually get you to answer 4 of these.
Are these from people that have asked?
So these are our tarot cards. No, this is a special thing. ChatGPT came up with these.
Are these AI?
These random questions.
AI questions.
Oh, I don't like AI. I'll give it a go though.
It helps me with my emails.
I'll try and answer. Oh, I love this question. Okay, if you could live in any historical period, which would it be and why? I would love to live in the Victorian period. So one of my spirit guides...
Like the smell of all shit there.
Yeah, I love it. And I'd actually... I think I could make it work on the streets. I think I could.
Oh, it's like a whore?
Yeah. No, I'm joking. I don't really think so. I'd like to be a barmaid or something, but I'd probably get beaten a little bit.
So you was meaning prostitute?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't really.
Yeah.
I would love to. One of my spirit guides is actually, I don't like to say his name a lot, but the old top hat, knife wielding guy. One of my spirit guides is actually his victims. I know.
You think JDR is your spirit guide?
No, he's not. One of his victims is my spirit guide.
And I've done.
She did.
Right.
Been-
So my mum did like a meditation with me. So you go through and you meet spirit guides and stuff like that. And I had this guy come through, and he was a doctor, and he was telling me he was a doctor, and he was laughing, and he was really quite horrible and nasty. And she said, right, so you need to ask. This was before he said he was a doctor. Ask him what he does. And he told me he was a surgeon, but he wouldn't tell me what and all this stuff. So then it went on from him, and she came through, and she is with me in times of distress. It's when it gets dark and it's times of distress. So yeah, sorry, I'm playing. You can hear that, can't you? I'm so sorry.
This is a really good story, and I don't want to.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
You got to edit all this
See
out,
how good
right?
these are. See what? No,
You got to
I'm not
edit
editing a thing. Don't
But
edit.
everyone's going to hear that.
I don't care. Look, we made a joke of it.
They're like, oh great, shut up.
Prime time. It wasn't that bad. It was just
All
driving me
right, I'll tell you what. I'll pick one and I'll hold
No,
it
you've got to
here.
go on a bit more about this JDR victim.
I don't like to talk about him because he's horrible and he's evil.
So you know her name,
Yeah.
and was confirmed as one of the people.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
I only watched some of that the other day.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on
Can
Netflix.
you tell, like, if you look at Simon now, would you get any sense of his spirit guide or not?
No, I can't. My
think
mum
mine's
does.
Mr.
My mum's
Blobby.
just like on point constantly. It's just
Mr. Blobby, mine is, I reckon.
Mr. Blobby.
Now, is that because you've got your hat on at the moment and you're not willing to do it? Or...
I think that's because I am not at a point. I'm not at a point where I haven't been doing it that long.
Right, okay.
Like I said, my mum's been doing it years and years and years. So I think she's magical. I don't know how she does it.
Now, you call her mum. We don't want to go too deep into your past.
Yeah, that's fine.
How long's she been your mum for?
I met her 2.5, 3 years ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
fairly new adopted mum.
Yeah.
I gained a mum, gained some sisters, some nieces. And
Sweet.
They're lovely, lovely, lovely.
Okay, next question.
Next question.
That was good, though, that one.
What's one conspiracy theory you secretly might be true? Oh,
It's a good one.
Are you going to flag off AI anymore?
oh,
Isn't AI good with the question?
It is a good question. However, oh God, I've got so many conspiracy theories. Poison in the water, aliens are real. I
Tell me the
believe in
alien
all of them. The
Tell me
alien one. I think
Rach, what are you doing, babe?
I believe that they walk amongst
Literally
us.
hung it in front of the mic and started shuffling the bleeding paper.
I don't know that might be worse than my jewellery, you know, jingle jangles. Yeah, I
thought we
believe
had the ghost of Jimmy Savile turn up.
Oh, bloody hell. No, not him. Oh, God.
Sorry, love.
No,
sorry.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so
That
sick.
was my mistake, just because I don't really like them ones.
Wait, what's the question?
The question was, I can't remember how much jewellery have you got on?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It
no,
was a conspiracy. Tell me an alien.
Aliens. I believe that they walk among us. I don't believe that they're green and depicted how we've been told because, okay, I'll go on to loads now. I don't believe they're the way that we've been told because I don't believe that the government tells us the truth.
No, I agree
They
with that.
tell us what they want us to know to be part of the rat race to pay in, which is why they don't want people like us to be open, to learn about ourselves. And I genuinely believe that aliens walk amongst us.
Because otherwise we would create them to be this weird race and then people would end up hating them and stuff like
Right.
that, I suppose.
There's more planets than there are grains of sand.
100%.
And why would we be the only ones?
And all this, you know, oh God, I'm going to say, I'm a flat earther.
You're not.
Yeah, I am. If you look at all the maps and you've got all my husband's so much better at explaining
Oh my
this.
God, sorry everyone.
Yeah, the ice wall and everything. I am sorry, I apologise. But yeah, I am. I think we've been lied to, massively.
Right, what's the Earth on? If it's flat, what's it on?
Flat. Now he's going to make me look stupid.
No,
Just
what's
like
it
that.
on? What's it sitting on? So describe the Earth to me.
I don't know, I just know it's flat.
Yeah, but what
Describe
is
it
it?
to
What
me.
is it sitting on at the moment?
It's not. It's floating around in space.
Yeah. So why can't this thin disc?
Oh my God, are you one?
No, I'm just backing up Lauren's theory. Why can't this thin disc just float in space? You've technically got a globe, a
I'm
ball,
just sitting here now like this.
floating in space. Why can't this disc?
It's just hanging.
But most people...
I don't know what it looks like 'cause I
Most
haven't
people think
seen
this
it.
flat Earth has got a dome over it.
Yeah, I do. I do believe that.
And what is that on?
I don't know. It's just
Does it have to be on anything?
So why is it?
I haven't got an answer
If you
for that.
travel, and you
travel
put
in a plane.
you put two lasers pointing at each other. No, on ground.
Yeah.
And you put two lasers pointing at each other. After a certain distance, you'd have to raise one because it's gone off of the curvature of the Earth.
You're going to make me look stupid now.
And on the Flat Earth documentary, at the end of the Flat Earth documentary, they proved themselves wrong.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Oh.
So they said, we're going to set these 2 lasers up at the same sea level height at a distance, and they will be able to see each other. They will be able to, you'll be able to poke this laser through this hole because they're both exactly the same to prove that the Earth's flat, right?
But that's a large distance to be able to try and line that line up, no?
100%.
Yeah.
Right? But you have to do that to prove the curvature of the Earth, right? And they tried to do it. They set them up. They knew they were both exactly the same height, the curvature of it, the same sea level, and then you couldn't see it. And then one of them went, raise that one up a bit, raised it up.
So at least we know the flat Earth's on a slant. It's still flat. It's still flat, is it? But it's just on a tilt.
Heavens above.
Well, you know, I'm going to debunk
You have a
it.
right to your theory.
But I do believe sometimes. Have you ever seen The Truman Show?
Yeah, 100% we're living in that.
I do think sometimes,
Yeah.
you know.
I sort of believe that, but I still think this Earth's round where we're looking.
I mean, listen, it could be round, it could be flat. I don't know. I know that aliens walk among us.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I do
That's
believe
one
in
debunked. Next.
the Truman theory.
I do.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
Like where
Matrix.
We're just sort of like one big show sort of thing.
Yeah, we don't know, do we?
What's the most awkward moment you've ever had in public?
Was it the flat Earth comment?
Apart from this podcast.
No, it wasn't actually. No, it just got awkward. No, so I must have been, oh God, it was when I was younger. So I think I was about 15, was in secondary school, and I'd been around my friend's house. We ended up all going out, ended up popping back to one of her friend's house, and her mum had 100% pure Jamaican rum. And we all had about 5-6 shots of it, and we were like 14, 15 years old, and I remember crawling on the floor and getting on a bus.
Oh my God.
Crawling on the bus, crying on the phone.
My God.
I'm so sorry, I'm so drunk. Oh, it's awful. And then I got off, they carried me off the bus.
Who's they?
My friends.
Oh, right.
We were all
with
drunk,
them?
but I was really bad.
Right,
Clearly, I was a lightweight. It was the tiniest one there. And we went into a sweet shop, and I just laid my head on a packet of cakes and went back to sleep. Yeah, that's my
Packet of cakes.
Yeah, on the like the second show, and I just laid like that.
Rachel has experience
It's
with
brilliant.
cakes when she's pissed.
Do you? No, I bet you don't sleep on them. I bet you eat them.
No, don't eat them. They're unedible by the time she's had hold
Oh,
of
you
them.
like to make them?
No, this is what she does.
No, I don't get drunk a lot
She
because
doesn't.
I can't. And it was just this one time, it was my birthday, and I'd had 4 Cosmos or something like that. Yeah, 4 Cosmo Roach, my sister called me. And we were getting in the car, and my mum said, look, I've got loads of cakes left. Take the cakes that the kids have made home.
I want to
They were
jump in.
cupcakes.
She's a very good drunk, a happy drunk.
Oh, is she?
Like,
Oh,
her
thanks.
uncle left the party, right? And she's in the kitchen, and he forgot his hat. And he came back and he went, oh, sorry, forgot my hat. She pissed herself. She thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. He just came back and picked his hat up. Just went, oh, sorry, forgot my hat.
So you're a happy drunk.
A happy drunk. And I want her to be drunk all the time because she's that happy.
Oh, I don't drink anymore, but I used to be. I would go from one too many and then sick and falling asleep or crying.
I've
Someone had to
never
tuck
been
me in to bed.
I've never been sick from alcohol.
So this party ended. We had some cakes left, didn't we? So I drove.
Obviously.
Rachel was in the
Yeah, I'm glad.
Rachel was in the passenger seat and has to hold these cakes for 20 minutes.
There must have been, 10 cakes on the plate?
When we started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
there were
started.
2 when we fucking got home. All upside down, shredding in
Oh
And I just
no!
looked at the plate going, the cake's gone.
Oh no, that is funny.
absolutely useless.
And he's just like, fuck it. Even to the point where the next day I've gone in the car and I've driven somewhere, obviously sober.
Face down cakes.
I'm like, are the cakes in the one of the car for? And he went, do you not remember? You just dropped them all. They're like, I was just sitting there going,
no.
and he's like, pick up the cakes, pick up the
Oh no,
cakes.
that's quite funny actually.
All right, you've got one more question.
one more.
Okay, I'm going to.
Well, you can have as many as you want.
Make it a good. Oh no, these are good questions. All right, well done, AI. Oh, I don't know if I could talk about that one.
No? We'll read the question out.
Have you ever had a brush with death, and what happened?
Well, you had that experience, didn't you? Where
Oh yeah, I thought I was reading that
it's
as
up
me.
to you. Do you want
Like,
to? No, you. Yeah.
actually, Have I? I don't know if
You just don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think. I know I've...
Have you then?
Mate, I've died about 10
I
times.
can feel myself creasing it.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's discovered the dead body.
I've got a pacemaker. I used to die.
Oh, really?
I used to flatline and didn't
wow.
realise I was flatlining.
Oh, wow. Have you?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware
pretty good.
of. Yeah. It's good to not have a
it's good,
near-death experience.
Do you still have the pacemaker?
I've had it since I was 27.
Oh, bloody hell.
So 10 years.
Wow.
Well, 10 years.
She didn't believe a word of it, did you? That's another conspiracy. Simon reckons he's 37.
That's just a lie.
37.
No, but saying that though, like I have had, going back to like spirit guides and things, like I have had a car crash and literally hit the lorry, spun, hit the centre of a reservation.
So she has?
Closed. I didn't die. I wasn't
you sure?
injured or anything like that.
You wasn't? Oh, okay.
No, and like I closed the whole motorway. So it was a big accident, but I just got out and walked across the road and just sat on the grass. But
You look like you're
in
getting upset.
in that, I felt that someone obviously was, I was in like a protective bubble. Someone was looking out for me, whether that's a spirit guide or whatever. But definitely from the accident and the way that my car was smashed up, they said if this lorry had been carrying anything, there were so many what ifs.
Yeah.
Then she wouldn't be here, sort of thing. Yeah,
someone was definitely watching over you.
Yeah, and I just think that, is that a spirit guide sort of thing, or is that just someone looking out for me and saying, yeah, just be careful of her? Yeah.
I've had a similar thing. I was coming home from school and we were all talking to my mate.
1950s.
No, it was only 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, sorry, how dare me?
I was 27 10 years
Oh, sorry, it was 20 years ago.
No.
And the rest.
I finished school at 15. Which is why which is why I'm completely illiterate. So I was coming home, I was about 12, 13, so secondary school, and talking to my mates, having a laugh, walked out into the road, which was a crossing, but you had to wait for the lights, didn't wait for the lights. A push bike hit me right in the side, and a car hit the back of the push bike, and I didn't feel a thing.
Oh, really?
And this push bike literally broke the back wheel, front wheel all buckled. Like I was
bionic legs.
I was Superman. Like I was Superman.
Iron Man.
And I went, I'm so sorry. And then just kept, because I was young.
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
I went, I'm really sorry. And then just carried on walking.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
I fitted them electric cars, they're horrible. A few times I haven't seen one and then I've gone to walk out with the kids and then they're there.
Yeah, you can put a sound on them now. Your dad's got a hybrid and it has a sound to it.
That's good, they should, because they're so quiet. It's like that.
Like an orchestra playing.
I would run if I heard that.
It's probably one of what you think's, going up your stairs. I don't know.
It's not squeaky chicken, it's an electric car.
Right. So that's 4 questions. You can have one more bonus one if you want.
I'll have a different question, yeah.
Because you didn't answer that one, did you?
No, I won't. It's not. It's some of me old history. I won't go into that one.
That's fair
Please
enough.
don't do an horrible one again. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be? Oh.
Well, you're good at saging yourself.
I'm already good at that. I don't need to learn that one. I don't know. If I could learn one skill instantly.
I've got a question.
I know what it would be. It would be to astral project.
I thought you was going to say that.
Shut up.
It would either be time travel or I saw it coming. Time travelling or astral projection. It would have to be actual projection. I'll keep it like that.
Just give us a bit more of that.
Well, what it is.
Yeah, basically. Rather than give me a bit more, what the fuck is it?
What is it? I mean, to be fair, I'm not an expert on this, so I'm going on kind of the research that I've been doing about it lately. But from what my understanding is, because this is what I want to try and get into this year, it is to be able to move from place to place. So you can be at home in bed or on the sofa or wherever, and you can actually leave your body and go into other people's places, so homes, rooms, whatever.
And do you believe that's what the aliens walking around us maybe do?
I hadn't thought about that, but that's possible.
I'm not even taking the piss.
No, at this stage in my life, I will not rule anything out. The things I've seen and witnessed and heard, everything is possible.
My belief is with science, you feel like science has got a limit until you make a breakthrough.
Yeah.
And there's beings that are thousands and millions of years in advance of us.
We used to watch that program, didn't we? In is it Texas or America somewhere? And it was just this one square plot of land, and just all this weird scientific stuff. And
It's not Area 51.
No, you're talking
it's
about the ranch.
the ranch. What was that place?
Clear something water ranch. Forgotten now.
But yeah, they used to.
They still research that to this day. That place.
But like they used to send drones up, like fully battery.
They feel it's a portal. There's a portal there of some sort.
Yeah, there was just sort of like a few that had just dropped down, and they're saying, why have they dropped? They've still got full battery. Why are they doing this? They found like a metal plate in the ground, didn't they? And they don't know where or why or anything.
It's a good watch. So it's a good watch.
I'm gonna have to remember what it's called and let me know.
Yeah,
I'd love to watch
I've totally
that,
forgotten what it's called. But it's really good. So try and look that up.
I'll try and look that up. Underground lair, portals, sinkholes, and aliens.
America.
Yeah, America.
No, we'll find it for you and tell you afterwards.
Yeah, that would be brilliant.
If anyone knows, that's a way of interacting with us.
Yeah,
send us a message on what that
Yeah.
episode is about that ranch. It's got loads of activity in America, in Texas, I think.
I think it's Texas.
Utah or something
Something like that. Yeah, it's really in the middle of the
there's loads of
desert sort
eerie,
thing.
weird places out there, aren't there? America's massive on it.
Okay, we've got one more question for you.
Okay.
We have a Spotify playlist, and we ask you if you want to put a song on our playlist.
Oh yeah, I'd put a song on there.
Go on in. Where's it?
Oh, so
What do you want me to guess it?
Oh God, I'm trying to think. What is such a? I would
that would
put
be
on.
funny if you did.
I would put on Calandra, A Brave New World.
What's that? How's it go? Do I know it?
Oh, it's all music. There are words I'm not going to sing. I would hurt your listeners and yours. I'm not going to sing.
Calandra,
and it's
A Brave
called
New
Brave
World. Okay, we'll try and find it.
It's really lovely.
Okay.
It's really nice for just like.
What was your
laying there
first dance?
My first dance.
Song.
Oh God, The King. It was King by not Black Sabbath.
Oh right.
Oh my God, it's completely gone now. Zakk Wylde.
Wasn't Sing Zanger to the King of Kings?
No, it definitely wasn't. No, it was The King, and it was by Zakk Wylde. Yeah.
Brilliant. Right. How do people find you if they want to have a person? You do one-on-one reading?
one-to-one reading. Okay. So I'm on Facebook. I am on Instagram, but I'm on Facebook, and it's under Whispers from Beyond the Veil.
Whispers from Beyond the Veil.
Or they can find me, Lauren Russell. I'm on Facebook as well.
So do you do TikTok and?
I've got a TikTok. That's just under my name, but
mate,
I haven't really done anything on it yet.
Gold for ghosts.
I know, but I've been so nervous about. Although I can't see anybody, I've been so nervous about going on and talking to a screen. You know, so this year is a big year for me. This will be the overcoming and conquering stuff and getting out there more.
This will be your year.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. So, but yeah, I am on TikTok, but they can find me, Lauren Russell or Whispers Beyond Veil. Send me a message. Email address is exactly the same.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I've been wanting a medium on for ages. Rachel goes, don't want a bloody medium on. This is meant to be a wedding stroke entrepreneur podcast. I said, well, they've got a business.
Yeah.
You're such a liar.
Like, Rachel, you can't disrespect people like that.
Fine,
swear on my life.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you. It was
lovely to meet
Thank
you.
for
Really
me.
good. Really enjoyed it. Thank you. And really want to go on a ghost hunt.
Yeah, definitely.
If you want us to film it, we'll film it.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll film it. Whatever.
Brilliant.
Yes. We'll do it. Let's do it.
Excellent. Lauren Russell. I got it right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Whoop, whoop.
Laura Russell.
Russell L'Oreal, everyone.
L'Oreal Russell.
L'Oreal. It's like she's just stepped out of a saloon.
Yeah, as if.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Club Awesome, for autistic children and their families, a place where everyone belongs and fun knows no age limit.